I think rib remodeling is the new boob jobs of 20 years ago and the BBLs of 5 years ago. I think rib remodeling is going to be massive. It looks great.
That's one.
Hi, it's Mailing. Yes, I did do rib remodeling on October 27th, just about over 2 weeks ago. I'm being totally vulnerable here because before I made the decision to do this procedure, I tried to research as much as I could and I couldn't find any YouTubes or any testimonials of anyone who's done it. And this is why I'm making this video. I'm going to be filming consistently every week my recovery and my changes so I can give more information for you guys and the results. At the end of the day, if there's not much results here, then it's not worth the cost all the time out the gym, all the time wearing a corset. I'm going to go into just week 1 with this video, otherwise it's going to be an hour-long video. It's a new procedure. The procedure is actually quite non-invasive. I was kind of shocked. It wasn't something I was planning on doing. I was actually doing a breast lift revision with Dr. Erickson. I saw on my doctor's Instagram, sorry, my dog's there, so if you hear any weird noises, it's not coming from me. I saw that he was doing an advanced course on rib remodeling and I looked into it. Then I saw that rib remodeling, when I looked it up, there was incisions of 1 centimeter slices for each rib. So the new advanced technique that Dr. Erickson was doing, no more incisions, just little punctures. Going back maybe a decade ago, people were getting a more narrow waist by removing their ribs. 1, that's out of the question for me. I think it's insane. 2, my job is action movies. I'm an actor. I was in Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad and whatever, and I play a lot of superheroes. If I take a kick to the kidney or the lung, I need some protection there.
Mongal. A peaceful warrior, but my fist will do demolition. Ambition raw combined with a future vision. I train my heart to be pure with super intuition. Come for all is no cure, to heal is my mission. Fly like a falcon, fly across the land and hit him with the fist of the Shaolin attack like a...
So from what I saw, it's not breaking your ribs, it's more of a cracking of your ribs and remolding them. So I reached out to his assistant, Juanita. She wasn't sure of a lot at the time, because obviously he's doing a new course. But if I was going to consider it, she told me I needed to get a chest x-ray ASAP. Because I was flying in 2 days if I was considering doing this and add it in if I wanted to, but I couldn't do it without the chest x-ray. I think now on his Instagram it says CT scan. So I don't know what happened because it was 2 weeks ago I did a chest x-ray. So you would have to discuss that with him. I raced down to Santa Monica before the gym, went to the imaging center, and it was going to be quite cheap actually. It was about $100. But then they looked at my insurance and they said I was covered because I met my deductible, so it was free. That's incredible. That usually doesn't happen for me. So I ended up doing the x-ray and they could fit me after the gym. So I trained for the last time. I went back and did my x-ray and I sent it to the doctor, who was by now getting to the airport and going to be flying back to the US. So it was a very touch and go. I wasn't really sure if I was doing this, but I just wanted it in my back pocket in case. I'm going to go through some guidelines of what made my decision of me going ahead and doing this, even though it was on a whim. 1, when I did the chest x-ray, they wanted to know if my 10th rib was connected or floating. If it was floating, then they could remodel that, as well as the 11th and 12th. But if it was connected, I don't think they could do it. You can only do 11th and 12th rib. Now that makes a big difference because if you can do the 3 ribs, you get more of a chance of coming in with your waist circumference. You can go from 1 to 4 inches. But if it's just 11 and 12, then it's less of a chance you're going to do 1 or 2. From what I've read, I wasn't going to bother doing the rib remodeling if my 10th wasn't floating because I want to do all 3. Otherwise, I wouldn't sacrifice the cost and recovery. 2, recovery. You have 3 months out of the gym. This was me 1 day before flying out to Houston. If I was going to do the rib remodeling, I couldn't be doing the heavy weights for probably 6 months because I have 6 cracked ribs. So we got to Houston and we stayed at a great Airbnb. I'll link it below. It was really cute, really close to the surgery. Because my boyfriend was there to look after me, I didn't want him too far away. I didn't want a big house. I wanted to be quite close to him in case I needed him. And this place was great. It had a big couch, it had a big TV because all I'm going to do is lie down and rest. So the Airbnb was perfect. It had a driveway, privacy, everything. I'll link it down below. I arrived on Thursday Thursday, did the surgery on Friday. I thought I was going to do the consultation on the Thursday, but because of his flights, I was going to meet him on the day of the surgery, which I was nervous about because I still didn't know what my decision was. One thing to know, if you're not really sure if you're going to do something, at the time of signing the papers, they will make you pay for everything up front, and then if you decide not to do it, they will refund you. So what to expect? On the day of the surgery, I had to wash myself with dial soap the night before, and then again on the morning of. Can't eat after midnight or 8 hours before your surgery, or drink as well, or your surgery will be cancelled. They advise you to go in a robe and some slippers. If you're going to go in hoodie and joggers, then you want a hoodie that's got zip up the front. You don't want to be doing all of this when your ribs are fragile. I used a robe. I would advise you to braid your hair. I don't know how to, I can do a plait, but I can't do a full braid. Going into surgery, I just put my hair into a bun. No nail varnish. I'm going natural now, so I'm doing treatments on my nails. No makeup, no creams, no deodorant. So I met Dr. Erickson. He's actually a very kind, calm guy. Made me feel super comfortable, and he reassured me that the scars were not going to be incisions. It was just this new technique where they just do a, not drill. I don't want to say drill because that would freak people out. More of a poke. What is it? Puncture.
Okay, you guys close? You guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Got that working? That's one.
Into your rib. So I was going to have 6 small dots. I'm going to set a clip of the puncture wounds when I got my first shower, which was 48 hours. I was allowed my first shower. You can say they're tiny. On my week 2 video, I will show you what they look like now, like nearly disappeared already. And I've not even started the silicone treatments. I flew in on Thursday, did the surgery Friday, and I did the post-op on Monday and flew out Monday night. They usually want you to stay a week, but because I just did the breast lift revision and the rib remodeling, I was allowed to go on the Monday. So it was like 4 days, which was great. If you're going for something more intense, obviously you got to stay a week. So we did the post-op, got to the airport. You're advised not to carry anything over 10, I think 5 or 10 pounds. I let my boyfriend do all of the suitcases for once. I had a week's worth of medication, so I didn't drive until a week after. I was trying to recover and sit on the sofa. I didn't get my corset until post-op because I was surprised waking up and not having a corset on, but I didn't get it until the Monday. I don't know if that's going to change. I don't know why that happened. So once they crack the ribs, it's down to you to be wearing the corset for 3 months. As I said, no gym for 3 months. And you have to wear the corset, they said 24/7. Apart from when you're in the shower, as soon as you come out the shower, you put it back on again. I've really just started to wear the corset the last couple of days, around the week 2 mark, because something went wrong. I'll go into that on my next video, which will be week 2. Right, I'm going to show you the corset. I'm going to be wearing the surgery bra for the next 6 weeks for the stitches to heal and the scars to heal. So excuse the old granny bra there. But this is the corset that they give you. This is the medium. The doctor said he will send me a small in time because he didn't have much in stock. It looks great on the front, but once you turn around, it's a bit more thick because you get these like piping on the back here. On week 2, I'm going to show you what the doctor told me to do to keep measuring and adjusting the waist. So that'll be in my next video. One of the biggest tips I can give you, when you're wearing a corset like this, you can see there's all this Velcro. And this Velcro is going to touch your skin and really irritate your skin and be scratchy. First I went to Target to see what I could get, and everything was 30, 40 bucks, and I thought that was ridiculous. So I ended up going to Ross and TJ Maxx in LA. I found these kind of shapewears. It's seamless. It's kind of like a shorts with, what is it? High waist firm control pant. You want something like this that's going to go below your chest and down to here. So what I ended up doing, I ended up cutting this off and then just using it as a tube, like a tube top, and putting that across my skin. This is a medium, but I could probably do with a small. I did buy a large thinking it would be more comfortable, and then I realized when I took off the corset I had loads of wrinkles and creases, so you don't want to do that. Try to find one that's seamless. You don't want divots everywhere as well and creases everywhere. You try to keep it as smooth as possible. I've seen a lot of people in surgery that use like seamless tank tops, and I don't like the idea of all the strap. You know, I'm already wearing a surgical bra. I don't need something else. I just wanted something that was covering here. So this is perfect. Get that, cut it there, and this cost me, oh my god, this one I found in Ross for $2.99. This one was $9.99. What is it, Skinny Girl brand, and that's medium. I wear everything inside out just so it's more seamless as well. I just want everything smooth on my skin because it starts to, like, you're wearing this for 3 months. You don't want to start getting irritated. That's one tip. And then I'm also going to show you how I sleep. Let me put this back on. So I'm wearing this like high on my back and kind of low to keep away from the anchor scars here and not irritate them and hurt my stitches. A reason I wanted to do this, I'm probably going to be crucified for doing this procedure, but my body's kind of my career. I tend to always be cast as roles who are superheroes or warriors or something super fit. I've been pounding weights for over 2 decades. I took my body to the extreme and to stage ready and film ready so many times. And to be honest, most fitness girls on the stage, in the gym or on IG have implants. And it's the same, I had implants. When I took them out, I was slightly insecure of my new physique because I didn't feel so womanly anymore. I felt more like a plank. If me doing this procedure gives me a bit more confidence and actually a bit less time in the gym and on my and the pressure of the weights on my joints, then I have no regrets. I competed in the IFBB in Singapore in 2011, won silver, and then got an invitation to the Arnold. I competed in the Arnold Classic in bikini in 2013. So I've done like bikini competitions and even did figure competitions. And I've gone down to the leanest. In my films, I can get very, very lean. I'll insert some pictures so you can see what my body can get to. But when taking out the implants and I'm down to an A, I have big quads. You know, my nickname is Quadzilla. I've always kind of had a bit of an insecurity about how wide my waist is. People have mentioned that it could be from all the heavy weight because of all the squats and deadlifts, and I don't know how true that is. I'm not a scientist. I'm a personal trainer, but I don't know how true that is. You'd have to go to someone like Dr. Lane Norton to find that out. I always had a slight flared rib cage. Thought I had a body of a hot dog. Even when I was really, really ripped, I kind of went straight up and down. Now with the implants gone out, my curves kind of went because of my quads and then my shoulders. I'm just kind of like, when I saw this procedure and it could take your waist in up to 4 inches, I thought that was incredible. Pain is not excruciating. It just feels like someone kicked you in the ribs. Actually, a few movies ago, I was actually kneed in the ribs by the Green Power Ranger. Bless him, Jason David Frank, he passed away sadly. But we did a fight scene and we didn't have much rehearsal and his knee connected to my rib and I went down, and it just feels like that. It just feels like someone kicked me yesterday and I'm just recovering. The pain is not that bad. It doesn't feel like you've broken a bone. It just feels like you've cracked something. I don't know how to, that's all I can say. But I found sleeping with a corset is difficult. And for the first 2 weeks, you're supposed to sleep upright. I'm going to show you how I positioned my bed and my pillows to help me sleep upright for the recovery. When you recover from surgery, they want you to sleep on an incline. This is what I did in Houston in the Airbnb, and I carried it on to when I got home. And you can just make this out of mountains of your own pillows instead of buying the contraptions and stuff. Ignore, this is my boyfriend's shoulder therapy pillows. Ignore that. That's nothing to do with it. That's his side, this is my side. So what I did for the first 2 weeks, the first week especially, it's a lot of pressure in your ribs to lie flat. So starting from the top, I got 4 pillows and just made a incline for my back and my head. Now a little tip that I did, I rolled a towel up and put like a hair tie on each end. And if you're lying on your back and your head keeps swaying side to side, I wrap this around my neck and it stops my head moving from side to side. And then sometimes I just grabbed it on one side and I would just put my face against it. And then here in the middle, I got a thermo. These are all soft pillows, but here I got a therm pillow. So my head would be up there, my butt would be here, and then my legs would be raised over this. It just helps you on your lower back. You don't want to be sleeping on an incline and then flat legs because your lower back is going to kill. Sorry, this is the wrong way. And then this is my little genius idea. So my butt was there and then my legs were raised. I put this stopper here so my feet was against that so I wouldn't slide down, because after that first night, it was so painful on my back. And to stop this from flying off the bed, you can get a painting or a board or something to just jam between the bedposts if you have one, and it stops that from budging. Now that I'm past 2 weeks, I'm slowly going to start lying flat and I can get rid of all this. I'm going to wrap it up for week 1. If you have any questions or comments on this procedure, please leave below. Be kind. I know I'm opening myself up to be slaughtered here. If surgery is not your cup of tea, then why are you watching? If for anyone else who finds this informative, then please subscribe and then put that notification bell on. You'll get a ding for each weekly video that's on the Rib Remodeling series. Tonka, are you bored? Are you bored? Hey, let's go. See, there looks really snatched, and then you go there, penguin. Snatched, penguin. These are the scars just after 2 weeks. From what I saw online, oh god, yeah, oof, it does hurt a little on the lungs. Hi, it's Mei Ling and it's week 2 of the Rib Remodeling series. Please excuse the suitcases under my eyes, and my eyes are like red. The struggle is real. Sleep is really tough. Sleep is really tough with a corset on. It's just painful. So I've started to lie down now at week 2. You don't want to be twisting on your core because you feel like something's going to snap, because, you know, they have been cracked. 6 ribs have been cracked. And you try to get up and you turn over to try to get up and get out of the bed. Your ribs just jolt, and it's intense. It's really, really intense. I wish there was like a lever or a rope or something that I could just pull on. Half the time I ask for my boyfriend to give me his arm, but if he's asleep, then I'm like, they're like a fly that's about to die, and his legs and his arms are just, or his wings and his legs, whatever, are like flapping in the air. That's how I feel when I'm trying to get out of the bed. Especially now that I've started to lie flat. Why I look really tired. I probably had about 3-4 hours sleep last night. I've not had a really good sleep since. As I mentioned in the last video, the doctor demonstrated how to resize and come down into the corset. So we're going to do that today, and I can't wait because I just feel like it's not going anywhere. I'm excited to get going, even though the pain again is going to be uncomfortable. But let's do it. I'm in my surgical bra again, and I'm in that tube for my stomach. Please excuse the granny fashion going on. So there's the corset. I'm excited to do this. The doctor, when he fitted me in the corset on the post-op, he gave me a pen and he marked where he fitted me. And that was the starting point. You can see a very faint, like, white line. On each band, I'll show you. I've been going to there and matching the lines. Now that it's the 2nd week, I can start to come in tighter. He did give me a pen, but in true Mei Ling fashion, I don't know where it is. I've completely lost it. Hopefully it'll turn up again, but anyway, I do have a silver marker, and this should work. I'm supposed to go in 1 centimeter each week. But because I missed last week because something went wrong, when I went into the hyperbaric chamber, he advised me to go for 2 centimeters. Believe me, this is going to be painful. I would say that's 1 centimeter. Actually, I do have a tape measure. Let's just measure it. Ow! Ugh! Yeah, bending down in these corsets, it's like it burns. It's like carpet burn. 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters. Alright. So I've gone from here to there. Let's do it. Pull this across. Again, I'm staying away from my stitches of the breast lift, not to irritate it, and it's still sore and tender. Putting that there, putting this across, like that. Okay, now see this corner here? Now when I bend down, that's going to stab me in the belly. So you just got to kind of like play around with it until it kind of goes a bit more cohesive. Right, that's there. I'm going to... Okay, I am going to be out of this corset by next week or the week after. So I'm going to send a message to my doctor and ask him to hurry up and send me the small one, because, yeah. Actually, this doesn't feel too bad yet. It actually feels nice to be in a corset, which is crazy. It gives you some support on your cracked body. Yeah, on the hips. Come over. Now there, can you see? That was the old line. So again, I'm going to measure it 2 centimeters. I could have done this when it was off me, but I don't like anything easy, obviously, as you can tell. I like to make it difficult. To there. And again, you don't want this corner to be poking down, so try to align it. And I can feel I need to pull this down already because the Velcro is touching my skin. And that's not nice. Alright, and then the last one, which kind of binds everything together and This is where I yelp. Right, pull this one across. This has Velcro on this side, so. And that's the old mark. 2 centimeters. Oh yeah, I'm out of space. I need that small corset. Let's mark this down. There's the new measurement. Whew. Oh wow. Yeah, that feels tight. See, there looks really snatched, and then you go there, penguin. Snatched, penguin. It's so weird. This binder just makes you look like a truck. Alright, that's the measurement done. I'm really happy. I actually feel I could even go a bit more, to be honest. I shouldn't have waited. I should have went a bit more sooner. Well, I'll probably say that, and then in about an hour's time I'm going to be crying. And again, next week on the next video, I will do a new measurement. Hopefully I have the new corset by then. We'll keep going in and keep going in. And for funsies, remember, this is over like 3 layers of corsets. 27.5. 27.5 on the outside. Just a note to have. Next week, on week 3, I'm going to show you what was my starting measurement and where I am by week 3, because by then I've had 2 weeks in the corset because I missed a week, remember. And also the day before I flew, I had a Zozo Fit body scan. It's like this bodysuit they gifted me. I scanned my whole body and all my circumference. So I have that. On the 4-week mark, which is 1 month, I will do another scan. And let's see. Let's see where my circumference is. Let's see if there's been a drastic change or not. And then I'll be totally gutted. Alright, I'm trying to show you the scars. And I filmed this once before, but I was totally showing a lot of side boobs. So I don't want to get banned on YouTube, so I'm doing this again. I'm going to try to just do this facing this way. These are the scars just after 2 weeks. This side is like practically minute. It's going to disappear very soon. This one, I think it's this one that I think he struggled to find that rib or something, because that's quite inflamed. It's the only one that really stands out. Or is it that one? Let me have a look. Yeah, it's this one. And then, yeah, he may have struggled with that one. That's the one that's quite evident. But I'm going to put some stuff on that to help with the scar and the recovery. Hopefully it'll disappear. But yeah, as you can see, the scars are not bad just after 2 weeks. And I haven't even started the scar treatment yet, which I'm going to show you what I've got and how I'm going to use it. But first, let me put a top on so I don't get banned. This is the stuff that I've got on Amazon. It's on my storefront. I got the clear. You can get this in skin tone and white, I think. But I got this on the clear, obviously, because it's going to look better. I just cut a few pieces already. Let's have a look. So I'm going to use something like this size. Actually, that's for how big my scar is. Even that's too big. Let me just cut this in half. Okay, that's all I need because that's how big my scar is. I'm going to magically place this. Let me see. Yes, I got it. And then I'll probably just do one on that one as well. Where is it? Yeah, there. That's how small it is. The second one, I'm going to try to do. Alright, and then I'll go put one there as well. Those 3 little dots. From research and evidence, is the best thing you can do for scars, apparently, is massage. So you massage it and put the blood circulation in there, and then silicone tape or silicone cream. Let's do it. And all of these marks and drag marks are all from the corset. Okay, where is it? What's the biggest one there? That one. Alright. Leave it on all day. Put the corset on now, and then leave the tapes on until your next shower. I had showered half an hour ago, so I'll take these off tomorrow morning before my next shower. The reason I'm filming this far away from you guys is because I'm scared I'm gonna break the camera. If I get closer, the lens is gonna shatter. Like my eyes are like bulging out, my skin's tingling. It's just... You're okay in the day. This corset keeps you up. What I've learned is try not to take the corset off or readjust it before you go to bed. Like if it's settled in the day, then try to just keep it on and sleep because it's already comfy and mold it to your body. But if you readjust it, you're up all night tugging at it, it's tight. Sometimes it kind of gives you like a carpet burn. Last night, I take a whole mix of supplements to help me sleep because I suffer from insomnia. And last night I was doing my new batch and I forgot to put the melatonin in with the Benadryl and the other stuff. If you want my little combo that really helped me and my insomnia, let me know and I'll post it in the next video. I was doing the batch and I forgot to put the melatonin in. I saw it this morning and I was like, no wonder I only had like 4 hours sleep and my eyes are burning right now. So, by the way, do you like my dining table? It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. If you've seen my Malibu house vlog, then you see where we got it from. It's definitely a talking piece. What else do we need to talk about? This is going to be your best friend. It is called the Incentive Spirometer or Spirometer, depending what accent and where you came from. And for me, that's just a lot of places. So that's an Incentive Spirometer. Okay, I'm going to show you what you do. Because once you get your ribs cracked, they want to make sure that your lung capacity stays at maximum. Because obviously you're wearing a corset. I think, because to be honest, I'm not really sure. They gave this to my boyfriend when I was passed out in the post-surgery room. And they told him what to do with this and he totally forgot. He was so like freaked out about what was going on and making sure I was okay. He wasn't really sure what to do with this. So I kind of guessed and looked it up. But, and it's a pity really because my operation was timed for 10 a.m. I didn't go in till 2 p.m. So for 4 hours, you know, I'm fasting from the night before. I couldn't drink any water. So I'm nervous and I'm anxious. And so for 4 hours I was sitting around. So I wish the nurses told me because my boyfriend's head just exploded. He was like, you're supposed to breathe in it. I was like, okay, that's really helpful. Anyway, so what I figured out is I will come over. Oh, yes, right. So we have a gauge here. I'm not sure what this is for, but I suck to the top anyway. You don't blow in this, you suck in this. Okay. From what I saw online, oh god, yeah, oof, it does hurt a little on the lungs and in the corset. Just the rib cage, I don't know, just like at the very top. Anyway, so what I saw online is you want to try to hold it up the top level for like a couple of seconds. The first week, you're supposed to do this every hour that you're awake. You don't have to wake up to do this, but when you're awake, you're supposed to do this every hour to keep your lungs at maximum strength. Now that post 2 weeks up, Dr. Cameron Erickson said that I can do this every 6 hours, but I just keep this in my bathroom, and every time I walk into my bathroom, I'll do one. I'm an overachiever, so if you're going to ask me to do something, I'm going to do it a lot. Hence why I was born in Liverpool and ended up in LA. I just like reach for the stars continuously. So I mentioned something went wrong, but it got scary for a while. Okay, I think I can show that. Can you see that? So I nearly got necrosis. Yeah, because of where the scars were for the revision. I had the corset on and then it was close to the incisions, and obviously because it's tight, the blood supply to my incisions got compromised. It was blue like on the Monday, the day I got home, and then the next day when I took the corset off, it was like going black. Straight away I messaged my doctor and he said get into a hyperbaric chamber today, latest tomorrow. So I had to find one. I found one in Beverly Hills, but it was closed on the weekend. And then I found another one that was open on the Saturday, Sunday. I live in Malibu, so I went through Topanga and I went up to Tarzan. How you say it? See, I just had this dyslexia of the tongue. I get all my words jumbled up. This is no sleep as well. This is no sleep. Oxygen well in Tarzania. One of them is right. The bed that they had, I wasn't even allowed my car keys inside. No metal, no, not my iPhone, not my iPad, because they said it'll just like blow up in bits. Nothing was allowed. It was just different. This hyperbaric chamber was like the Ferrari of chambers. My doctor told me to find a bed that was at least 2.0 oxygen. The one I found was actually a 2.4, but I needed a prescription, so the doctor sent me a prescription. What was different was in Beverly Hills, it was at this plastic surgeon's office. You know, they let me go in with my iPad and my iPhone. Here's some notes for hyperbaric chamber. Let's get into that. Hyperbaric chamber, if you're doing it for something like recovery to avoid necrosis, then you want to to go at least 2.0. I went to a 2.4. Try to go for 2 hours. I did. For the Saturday and Sunday anyway. You can't have a soft top. If it's for a medical recovery instance, then it has to have a hard top. The soft tops are great for your skin, great for circulation, but you want a medical one, it's got to be hard top. The one that I went to was not even glass. It was totally metal. It looked like the Yellow Submarine, the Beatles. I actually have a video of it to show here.
Where's the iPad?
I'll put it on the outside window there.
Fabulous.
Anyway, after 6 sessions, back to back, every day of at least 90 to 2 hours in the bed, I got the all clear. And now it's fine. Both of my boobies are alive, so thankfully that was good. And then I had some kind of like tape over the incisions called a girl that my friend recommended. I'll put her details here because she was the bomb. Like, she's known for doing like massages. She does all the medical stuff she takes all the drains out. She does all the injections and all that stuff. And she's really good. It's really hard to find someone in LA. My friend was driving all the way to OC to go to these medical places, but she comes to you. She was lovely, and I got her to come to go and see to my stitches because she snipped all my stitches for me, and then she gave me a massage and like just made sure everything was good and alive. Her prices are amazing. Her name is Iris, and I really, really recommend Iris. And another tip I can give you, the nurses told my boyfriend, when I cough, it's gonna hurt. And it does. And when you sneeze, it really hurts your ribs. You feel it. You know, sometimes when you have the flu and you like cough and your ribs will hurt. So imagine having 6 cracked ribs and you cough. It's scary. They recommend that you get a pillow and you hug it in your stomach and you kind of cough like down, or you sneeze like down. Like, don't be standing up because it just takes the impact off the ribs. Little tip there. Always have a pillow around. I'm going to wrap it up here for week 2. Please, any comments, any questions, leave them down below. Please subscribe. Click that notification bell so you get a ding when I post week 3, which I'll be doing this Friday. And I'm going out Friday for the first time since this has all happened. So I'm going to get dressed up, get back to being human. So that'll be a fun video. Also, I'm going to show you what I've been eating to maintain my muscle because I'm not training for 3 months. So the muscle that I do have, I want to keep hold of it. I don't want to get skinny fat or like Jabba the Hutt. I'm a certified personal trainer. I was for 12 years in Singapore and London, and a nutritional advisor. Stopped all that, became an actor, but I still have those tips and tricks tucked away in my little back pocket for myself. And I'll share them with you. Hope these little vlogs are helping you guys. Not everyone is for the surgery journey. I'm a person who thinks each to their own, and if it gives me a little bit of confidence, I'm gonna go because my dog's in the pool and I have to keep throwing him his toy, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you at week 3. Oh, you got all the toys for me to throw. Good boy. Good boy. You ready? So elegant. Go on, baby. Wow, is that correct? I'm 25.5. Instead of wearing this latex one to go out tonight, I'm wearing the old-fashioned corset. EAAs.
That's one.
Hi loves, it's Mailing. It's week 3 of the Rib Remodeling series. Yeah, I look kind of insane with these baggy jeans. My corset just looks nuts. I don't know if you can see it from there. I said from last week that I was going to do my true waist measurement. And so I measured my waist the night before going in to do the rib remodeling. My waist came up as 27.5. We went in 2 centimeters last week on week 2. So I'm going to now remeasure myself for the first time from the day before surgery, which was the 25th of September. And I keep saying October. Now's October. I haven't measured myself since I started to use the corset. I don't even know what this measures right now. So I was 27.5 night before surgery. Today, 3 weeks later. What? Wow. Is that real? So far, 25.5. So that's 2 inches. I've come in 2 inches from 3 weeks ago from the rib remodeling. So that's the waist measurement. Because we readjusted this corset last week and we came in 2 centimeters, I wanted to do another external measurement for the corset, and it's coming up to 26.5. So that's a whole inch from the first time we did the external measurements, which I think was week 2. I'm going to do another adjustment probably tomorrow because last night was the first night I had a good night's sleep, probably 3 weeks. since I did the surgery. I don't want to adjust it today just because I need one more good night's sleep. Probably readjust it in the 4th week vlog. 1 centimeter. Week 3, and tonight we're going out. It's the first time I've been out since the procedure. I'm supposed to be wearing this for 3 months. Just take it off when I have a shower. I do have another corset. It's like a waist trainer, like an old-fashioned corset, and I think I can wear that because that kind of makes you look really thick, like a penguin, as I said. I saw on YouTube that another doctor who's doing this rib procedure, but you know, he does the slits, not the punctures. They're not scarless, but he gets his clients to go into an old-fashioned corset for the first month, and then goes into the latex corset for the last 2 months. I don't think wearing an old-fashioned corset like the one I have is going to be a problem, is going to be bad, and that's what I'm going to use when I go out. I'm going to use that corset because it's going to make me look snatched. I have a small and a medium. A lot of girls in Gold's Gym use this as a training vest. I'm definitely a small now. Which way do you wear these? Oh yeah, okay, that's the front. That's, I haven't worn it in years. I'm using latex thing. I'm using that to protect my skin. Damn. Remember, the ribs, the bottom hasn't changed. It's all to do with the top of the ribs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, it's on. Can you see? Because it's too dark. Let me put you there. There we go. Yes, this corset works. I got this as like a gift. Some company for me to post like a couple of years ago, and it bloody fits. Yeah, feels good. Does it want to feel good though? Maybe I need to get it tighter. It feels weird being comfortable. Like I'm so used to being uncomfortable. Maybe I need to get it tighter. Can you come and tighten this for me, please?
Don't you want to be a little bit loose to hang out?
No, you cannot. Oh God. On the top more, because that's where my ribs are, and that's where they cracked. Perfect.
All right, honey.
Okay. That's it. That's snatched. All right. That's what we've got, a going out corset, and it's a small. Now I'm going to choose an outfit that can go over the corset. I'm going to get ready and I'll come back because you're not going to watch me get dressed. I found an outfit that hides the corset. That's it. I'm going to wear a catsuit, jumpsuit. Kind of hides everything. It's so funny. My catsuit's like too big for me on the waist, so I'm going to cinch it in. Oh, it cuts off my circulation when I bend over on the corset. Okay, which shoe? Put some earrings on, and I'm ready to go. Friday night, first night out. First drink in probably like 5 weeks. Week 3 of the rib remodeling. I'm out and about trying to be human again. Trying to find clothes that I can wear over the corset. I have lots of jumpsuits. It's October in California. It's 80 degrees. It's quite hot. I don't want to wear a full jumpsuit. I've tried this one on, and I'm wearing like a strapless kind of top. This is one way for me to wear normal clothes over the corset. Corset on. Nice and tough. The only thing, it looks a bit wide here as usual, penguin. But then half of the time I'll just get a jacket and like kind of wear it around my waist anyway. But it's just a casual. It's a Saturday afternoon. We're going to go down to Century City, do some shopping, and just have a little walk around with the dog. Have a little day about, so I'm going to take you with me. On week 2 video, you'll see me readjusting the corset, and that was like 3 days ago. It's been tough to sleep since. Like, I've had to wake up in the middle of the night and just like loosen it a little bit because I cannot sleep. In the daytime I can do it, but nighttime, just think to note, lying down, the pressure on your ribs with the corset, it just keeps you up. I'm not really on any painkillers at daytime, but I'm still on the Tylenol PM, 2 of them a night. I'm still on that for me to get some sleep, but I do end up just waking up for the night. Right, I think this will do. Let's go and have a fun day out while I have 6 cracked ribs. This is how Tonka sits. Tonka thinks a console was made for him. This is how he rides. In my Jeep and in Chris's Porsche. Right, Tonka? Look at the ocean. Beautiful day today. How we doing? We're in Blue Daisy. You know, we're going to do the usual breakfast combo. Egg whites for me, dry, no oil, no butter. I'll do the turkey bacon grilled if possible, not fried. And then I'll have the gluten-free pancakes. Yes, please.
Okay.
And no maple syrup. We're getting some peanut butter right now.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
No problem. I'll get that on for you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
That's how I order. I like to have my breakfast combo and still my pancakes, but I make everything really high protein, low fat, so you can still have all the treats without the cheats. Right, Tonka? We like our muscle food, right, Tonka? Best Bloody Marys I've ever had in Los Angeles is where, Tonka? Where? Blue Daisy. Oh, thanks. Oh, right in the chops. Thanks, baby. So love. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Not
The
for you,
second one is
Tonka.
for him, right?
No. Oh, you want the bacon? These are the best Bloody Marys in all of LA. Prove me wrong. Please leave a comment if you can get anything better than this, because I love my Bloody Marys, and we do them spicy and with mezcal. We, as in me and my boyfriend, not Tonka. So spicy, it's so good. Now I'll take the lean meat and you can have the fat. Deal? Let's turn this music on so I don't get copyrighted. After brunch with the Bloody Marys, I've obviously just exploded and bloated out with the sodium that I am so uncomfortable with my corset that it's actually making me kind of like, not vomiting mouth, how do you say it, belch? Like it's all just coming up here, all the food's coming up here, the Bloody Mary's coming up here. And they do advise that you cut down on your sodium, don't retain water when you don't bloat out. But I obviously didn't listen to that. And 3+ weeks out, I just had a brunch with Bloody Marys and I'm so uncomfortable that I have to go home. I just can't take the pain. I'm gonna go home, put my pajamas on and get my foot shoved. Right, babe?
A few moments later.
By who?
By you. Lack of plans, but look at the view. This is our drive home. Like, look how lucky we are. We live in a PCH, right on the ocean of Malibu. Not a bad drive. But we'll probably do Central City tomorrow, Sunday tomorrow. My armrest, by the way, is Tonkerville. That's where he sleeps. Look at him with his paws.
Football's
Oh, football's tomorrow? Yeah, so we're definitely going out tomorrow. And we're definitely going to Century City tomorrow. Tonka, come on, tell them about week 3. Oh, it's so painful. I don't know if it's because the corset that's like binding all my intestines together or if the cracked ribs, but none of it is good. It's week 3. This brick, this old Filofax organizer has lived across the world. When I was a personal trainer in Singapore and London and Dubai, I had this book. This will travel with me. I will take this to every gym session. It has probably got like thousands of workouts and notes. Every weight, every rep, every set, everything. Even though I don't take this to the gym anymore, it still has my current measurements. It has my measurements from my first IFBB show in Singapore 2011, Arnold Classic in 2013, the Scorpion King movie, the Wonder Woman movie, Suicide Squad. Each time I had to get lean and come out of it and reverse, I jotted it down. You know what I just thought of? Why don't I look back on all of these years? Arnold Prep, the 5th of December, 2012. I did measurements probably another decade before this, just because I was trying to lose weight and I wasn't really sure how to train my own body into being a personal trainer and doing my own competition prep. My waist went down to 29, went up to 30, went down to 28.5, 27.5. I'm just gonna look right now and see what is my lowest set point that I've ever been to. I think it was 27.5. I don't know if I've ever gone lower than a 27.5. Like 29, 28 is probably where I'm natural, and then when I'm lean, I'm 27.5. 30, 31. That's when I had my cyst surgery, so I was bloated. So the leanest that I have for record is 27.5 for my waist. So now I'm at 25.5. I don't know how this works, but I'm 25.5 now. Will I naturally bloat out a bit because of the compression? Or is it going to stay like that? I'll let you know. I suppose I'm the guinea pig here, so I'll do it for you all. So I'm right now 25.5, 3 weeks in. We have 3 months. If I just get a 25, I'm happy. But let's get to like 24, 23. Just for funsies and just see what we can do. Because I'll take things to the extreme. 25 was the goal, so should we go for 24, 23? Do love my glutamine. Chloe Silver and the Burberry Gold. This is week 4 vlog and this is unscheduled, but I'm ready to make my corset tighter. Once you got your corset on, the doctor advised that you make your corset tighter 1 centimeter each week. And I missed the first week because I nearly got necrosis and I couldn't wear the corset. After my blood supply was passed and I was given the okay, he told me to go in 2 centimeters and to catch up. I really feel like I can go in more with the corset, but this is what I'm going to do different. Sleeping is still bad. I've had 1 night of good sleep in the last 3+ weeks. I'm going to sleep on the markings it has now, and I'm going to make new markings for when I'm awake and I can bear the pain. So tonight I will go back to where I am now, but for today I'm going to go in 1 centimeter and then wear it slightly loose to where I am now at the night, and then daytime go in that 1 centimeter, probably for the next 2-3 days. Once I get used to this new measurement, then I'll start to sleep in it. But sleep, it's different. It just burns when you're lying down. I don't know what it is. When you're standing up, you're okay. Lying down, the corset just burns your body, and it's really hard to sleep. This is 1 centimeter out from the last one. And then you know what I'm going to do? This is a good idea. I'm going to mark 1 centimeter difference. This is the nighttime measurement, and then this is the daytime measurement, until I can get used to it. And hopefully I can sleep in the tighter measurement in a few days, but tonight I'm not going to. This is the pen that Dr. Erickson gave me. Remember I lost it in week 2 and I said I'll find it again? I found it. Oh, it feels weird when you let yourself be free. Again, I keep it low on the bottom to go away from my breast lift revision scars, but high on the back so it comes down at an angle. That's the new measurement. The bottom, I don't really care if I'm hitting it or not, but you just want to corset the ribs. You don't need to corset your hips. You're not making your hips smaller because they weren't broken, your ribs was. Once you go too tight on your hips, you end up with these burnt welts on the side. I did that one morning, that wasn't fun. Here's my new guide. Yes, I'm glad that jumped on here to make it tighter because that doesn't even hurt me. I'm being all cocky now. Can I sleep in this new tighter measurement tonight? Let's see how I go, but that doesn't feel too bad at all. It's 3 centimeters in adjustments only in 4 weeks. I've caught up. That's girl math, but yes, I've caught up. I'm gonna go and put my pajamas on now and settle down for the night. I'm trying to see what I can wear for Halloween. If we do Halloween, I don't know if we're gonna do it, but this is an option because obviously I still have to wear the corset. Thankfully, I have this bomb-ass corset that was sent to me. I'm actually gonna have a link and a discount code in my next video. It's pretty, it's nice in the latex one, but I just wear this for going out. But this is the small. I had a medium and a small that they sent me. So I went down from medium and small when I was leaning out. And now that I've done the ribs, the small's too big. So they're sending me an extra small and an extra small. Anyway, what do you think? Should I wear this? This is it. So we just finished the self-tape. I'm tired. We just submitted it in time. Usually I get it in pretty early. The casting director gets to see you as one of the first choices. It always helps. I'm going to put you over here so you can see the rest of my setup. Well, you can see there, that's the camera that I'm using on this new tripod. The lights, some of the side of script is taped behind the camera in case I get lost. That's a really good scene. Sometimes I use that, sometimes I don't. I'm going to change this from my filming studio back to the glam room and a packing room because I go to Vegas this week actually. Let me get the suitcase and let me move everything in. I'm going to put you here so you're nice and safe, and I'm going to go and pack everything away. That's how easy it is to go from filming studio back to my normal glam room. Okay, week 4. Your back is really sore. In my self-tape, I had to do a kick at the end, and I just did a knee because I couldn't fully extend. My back is really tight, and I also feel like now that the corset is tighter, that my ribs are being crushed. It's painful. It's what I signed up for, so I'm not complaining. I have this cushion in my room all the time. This is my packing cushion because I'm always on my knees, and these wood floors are not very forgiving. Right, I'm going to start on this packing and work out what I can actually wear over this corset. I'm not really sure what the weather is like in Vegas late October. So is it still hot? I think it's because it's the desert, it's going to be windy at night. But I'm going to look it up and I'm going to pack accordingly, and I'll take you along. Just took this off and I just woke up, so I'm not showing you my scary face, but excuse the marks because my body's being crushed by a corset. The last 24 hours, this is what it looks like, and it will look like for the next 3 months. But let's do this week's check-in before I pack and fly to Vegas. I already seen this one, so I'm down another ½ inch. I'm down from 27.5 to 25. I'm gonna go to 24 now. 25 was the goal, but it's only been a month. I have 2 more months. So should we go for 24, 23? A whole intro without pressing record. This is great. And I have 20 minutes to go. Boyfriend's coming back from the gym, so I'm gonna make us both a protein for our breakfast before we get to the airport. So quickly, let's go. Ice. Ice. Can I use milk or almond milk? I made extra coffee today, and so I'm gonna use coffee. Just to do a mocha chocolate protein. Try to get it in the glass and not around the glass like I'm doing. It's obviously not screwed in right. For protein, I like this brand, the Outwork Nutrition by Dr. Lane Norton, but we ran out. This is our backup because we have to get that on order. Takes a few days. We have this on backup. You get this in the vitamin shop. In the US, it's pretty bland. I usually mix the Outwork Nutrition with this brand. It's clean, but this brand is kind of tasteless. And to make it more chocolatey, as you know, I make my protein into an ice cream. 2 tablespoons of Hershey's unsweetened cocoa. I put it in this tub just because it's cleaner and easier. But that's the brand, that's the one I'm talking about. Thick and creamy. And then I usually have it with a scoop of chocolate Cheerios, high GI carbs. But because I'm not training, because I have the corset and the broken ribs, I'm gonna miss out on the carbs today. I will have carbs for dinner, obviously, but I'm going to miss out on the extra serving just because I'm not training and I'm not going to use the glucose into my muscles and make gains. If I'm not training, I'm going to cut down on the carbs so I don't blow up over these next 3 months. I'll split this protein. The coffee was still a bit hot, so it's a bit more like a milkshake today, not like an ice cream, which is fine actually because I'm not doing the cereal, so I don't need it to be like an ice cream with the toppings. Actually, quicker to digest than the ice cream anyway because I'm in a rush. So creatine for the BF. I'm not training, so no creatine. I do love my glutamine. He's having that for recovery, and I'm doing this because of my IBS. There's been findings that it really helps with digestive symptoms. So I just take it because of the IBS, and also I just like glutamine. It's part of my superhero mix. Right, there we go. 1 for him, 1 for me. That's my protein. Gonna drink that before the airport. In America, they do egg white bites, like pure protein, very little fat, probably no carbs, but that's what you get in America. So we got that for the flight. It's an hour flight to Vegas. Thank God we got TSA as well because with this corset, thankfully I wasn't patted down because it looks like I'm packing. I'm gonna close the vlog here and then start for week 5 in Vegas.
Go to Vegas. It's no big deal.
You'll see me on the other side. Just going to Sin City, that's all. Check it out. Welcome to week 5 of the Rib Remodeling series. I'm on the way to Vegas. Felt something pop and I'm in so much pain. It felt like someone shot me. Hi loves, welcome to week 5 in Vegas. My last night here, and before I give you the recap on what happened this week, an update that yes, I did re-crack my rib. I'll go into how I did that. It's really painful. Getting ready, I sneezed. I think I broke a rib. I'm gonna message the doctor. I'm not gonna do it tonight because it's Saturday night. If it's possible, I can break a rib because when I sneezed, I felt something break and I'm in so much pain. Oh, the painkillers. I gotta take painkillers. I've definitely cracked a rib. I'm in so much pain. I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to cancel tonight and come home early. But even putting these heels on and walking around, it's just killing one rib. Like more pain than the procedure. It is weird. I'm scared I'm gonna sneeze again. I think it's Vegas because it's dusty. Keep you posted. I had a rough night of sleep. It's official. I have cracked a rib from sneezing because I went down from 27.5 to 25. I realized that I am putting a lot of pressure, obviously, on my ribs and the molding, and because it's in a really tight corset, when I sneezed, the impact and it cracked a rib. I felt like I was shot. It was like a pop in I sneezed and I felt pop in one of my bones and I fell to the ground and I was just like, what the hell? I told the doctor this morning. I didn't want to disturb him last night, especially because I saw on Instagram that he was out on Halloween and a Halloween party. I'm in pain sitting like this. I have to sit straight. Oh. And I have to say the cracked rib now is more painful than when you do it. I don't know why, but like this one rib is like, I basically have to walk around like a robot. The doctor asked if I was compressing still and I told him I'm really compressing, and he's like, okay, that's could be also why it's happened because I'm really compressing. Like I've gone down quite a lot in a month. My ribs are very fragile. To sneeze and crack a rib, it is, now I'm scared. Every time I cough or I sneeze, I'm like trying to just do it a little bit and I'm hunching over. When I sneezed, I was standing straight up. The cushion thing still applies. I'm 4.5 weeks now and it still applies. I think it's gonna apply the whole time this is happening for the 3 months. They're still getting molded, so they're still breakable. That's the update. I have 6 cracked ribs, but I re-cracked it. Learn from me and my mistakes. Don't sneeze like a normal human being. Sneeze like a crouched fetus in a corner. Oh, I can't even laugh. Like, laughing is hard. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta get ready. Sunday night outfit. A bit of a ninja badass assassin going on with my chopstick and my kimono ubi belt. Like a bit of a ninja satin top with my leather pants. Gonna go to Joe's Seafood to get some protein. Yeah, that's the look. Tied in the corset. I still have a broken rib or cracked major rib. It's still painful. I'm dealing. It's all good. Sorry about the lighting and the messy room, but I just want to check in. This is the scars after 1 month. So there's nothing really here. That's the side that I popped or I cracked again. It's really painful. There's 1 or 2 that's still quite noticeable, but I'm putting tape on them all the time. But yeah, that's the scar. Quickly get dressed and I'm going downstairs for breakfast.
I've noticed in myself that I can let it go.
I brought the pen Dr. Erickson gave me to adjust the corset and come in tighter. But because I re-cracked my rib, I'm going to delay it. I realized, yes, I'm going extreme. I went down to 25. Then I'm thinking, yeah, let's go for 24. Let's go for 23. Not realizing the amount of pressure I'm putting my ribs in such a short space of time in 1 month made them so fragile that I broke one. I did it by sneezing. I sneezed in my corset. Remember when I said to grab a cushion and put it into your stomach, and if you cough, you have to hold yourself? Or if you sneeze? I think it was in week 1 or week 2. I demonstrated what the nurse told my boyfriend for me to do. First day we got to Vegas, we arrived, dropped the bags. I was getting dressed really quick in the bathroom. I sneezed quickly, thinking, okay, let's just get out of here. And I sneezed and I dropped to the floor. I thought someone shot me in the back. And there was a pop. That's how much pressure my corset in. So now every time I sneeze or I cough, I have a panic attack about, oh, am I break another rib? Am I going to break a bone by sneezing? Because it's that painful. It really is that painful. And I'm thinking, do I release the corset to sneeze? Or does that make it more weak? Like, I don't know what to do. So I'm slowing down on the adjusting. And I've gone from 27.5 inches to 25 inches in less than a month. But there's repercussions for being so gung-ho. Realize the amount of pressure I was putting on my 6 ribs going around, going smaller, it just broke. There's something else I have to mention. On my last vlog, we had a Bloody Mary going onto the plane to Vegas. We won't be doing that again. It's my second Bloody Mary in 2 weeks where it just doesn't go down past the corset. Anything really high pH level or acidic does not digest well, does not go down. Your corset is this tight, and I have IBS issues anyway, so like I'm always kind of full. So for my stomach to be so compressed, and then I put food on top of it, I'm getting a lot of gastric acid, excuse the TMI, but like belching and stuff. It's just things just don't go down past that little waistband. I had the Bloody Mary before we went on the plane. I couldn't finish it. I only had half of it. Our ritual is spicy Bloody Mary for the flight. And then I had the worst acid pain. I had to go and look for a Tums to settle my stomach. And now I have to be very careful about what I eat. And sodium level wise, I still get bloated. So I'm taking it easy with the sodium. But anything really high pH level, like a Bloody Mary, as I say, is out of the question. I think until, at least for another month. Maybe till the end of this corset challenge, which is 2 months. Right now, I don't even fancy one because it kind of just knocks me sideways. Anything heavy or very flavoursome kind of just sits on top of your throat and you can taste it. Nothing seems to go down. You don't want to be eating the lamb vindaloo and it just sitting at the top of your throat. Right, I just finished editing my week 4 and I'll be uploading that right now. I've been taping all of week 5 for you guys. Ones that are following this series, it's all coming. Ow! Yes, my rib is still broken. It's as good as it gets. That's it. I'll come back to you, but I'm gonna get my pajamas off and my surgical granny bra off.
That's one.
Right, I'm not really sure where we're up to. Back from Vegas Wednesday. Halloween was last night. I think I inserted the pictures, if not now. Oh shit. I'm just using eyeliner. I saw this on Instagram and the girl was using lipstick. I don't have black lipstick. I have plenty of pot eyeliner. I hate buying new stuff when I've got drawers full of stuff I can use. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm doing Halloween. This is not a normal look. You know those fake eyelashes that you buy and you realise they're just too big? They're great for one night a year. Halloween. I don't need... Ow! Yes, my rib is still broken. Usually, Halloween, I wear the Scorpion King outfit up there. But because I've got the corset on, I can't do that this year. Quick update, I'm late. Came back from Vegas yesterday, unpacked my bag, and then didn't know where I put the costume. It took me 40 minutes to find it, and I hung it up behind the coat. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, found it. This is the outfit. I'm gonna have to do some pictures on my phone because I am so late. The traffic is nuts at Halloween, so I gotta run out of here, and this is as good as it gets. That's it. Going like this. Okay, my BF's birthday, and it's a big one. It's a decade birthday. Big celebration. I'm a member of Soho House down in Malibu. We have a big table down there. Got some friends coming over, lots of drinks. We'll just chill, Malibu Beach House. It should be fun. Not really sure what to wear. I'm gonna film myself choosing an outfit that goes with a bloody corset. Once again, let's start with, I really need to adjust the corset tighter because I am dying to do that, but I've been waiting for you. Dr. Erickson, not Dr. Erickson, but his staff sent me the corset. Finally, it took 2 weeks, so if you're doing the procedure with them and you think you need the corset, get it early because it takes a while. This is the small. I have on the medium. The medium I'm at the end, unless I want to kind of like go over the elastic, but then it's going to be flapping out, and who needs the excessive material when you're already wearing a binder under your clothes? You don't need to be having flaps around everywhere because it's going to be harder to wear clothes. So yes, let's get to the small. I'm definitely overdue. I feel like I can go a lot stronger, a lot tighter, but obviously had 6 cracked ribs from the remodeling, but then one actually fractured from me sneezing in Vegas. It fractured. It's been hell for a week. Sneezing and fracturing one rib was more painful than just cracking 6 ribs. It's been really tough. Sleeping again is tough. Walking around Vegas, getting in and out of Ubers, just going down on different levels, it's really tough. Twisting is a no-go. The fracture sent me back somewhat. Probably would have come in, so I came back on Wednesday. I could have came in Tuesday or Wednesday, but today is Friday and I just had to let it mend. Even though you want the cracked ribs to mold your body, you don't really want one broken rib. It is excruciating. But now, I think it's about a week later, it's actually doable. I feel like the fracture is bonding a little bit. I don't really know how to do this because the doctor obviously set a starting point and then we had to go in 1 centimeter each, but now I'm starting to get a new corset, so where do I start? Where it feels like my eyes are gonna pop out, or I'm gonna lose a kidney from my mouth? I don't know. Another thing I keep forgetting to tell you guys, when you let yourself off the corset, you're okay, and then the last one, when you have no binder on your bones, it makes you wince. You have to brace yourself a little bit. I'm gonna, this is okay. This is okay. We'll get to the next one. Gets a bit fragile. Okay, this one. When you get to this one, and you're free, the more time you spend in the corset, this gets more painful to let yourself out. Yeah. Okay. Alright, this is the small. Dr. Erickson actually tried the small on me at post-op and he wanted to go for the medium. It was too much pressure. On week 5, so I'm pressed quite a bit since post-op. With the logo, make sure she's that way. Ow. So you just even like doing things like that. It is what. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, this is new. I don't know, can I do this? Yeah, I can do this. Okay. Why don't we just go really tight and then undo it if it's too tight? I've gone all the way in. If I do that, then I've got nowhere to go. Like straight away, I need an extra small. What the hell? Okay. Interesting. So the small and medium doesn't really have much difference, I don't think. We're in trouble. Because I'm supposed to be compressing more. If I want to get down like 3-4 inches, I need an army. Back up. And let's just put it to the smallest right now. See what happens. You know, hopefully, in one way, I hope that it can fall in 5 minutes and I have to loosen it. If I don't, then where do I go next week? Oh, look at that, look. I have to get that on my lower abs. Oh, see, this is where you can't really strain yourself to, it's like your muscles. You can't work out because your ribs are cracked. When you do things like this, it affects your ribs. It affects your rib cage. All right, let's pull one over. Okay. I'm going to leave that loose. As I said, we don't need to like compress the hips. And, you know, what's the point? They're not broken. It's just the ribs. That can be like that. All right, now we'll see. See, look. The good thing about this design is there's Velcro here. So you can go one side first. Ow, I hit my rib cage pulling that over. Okay, get my hair out of it. Oh yeah, I have full makeup on for the dinner at Soho in an hour. That feels like, actually feels tight here. Not. All right, I'm gonna go in a bit more on the top. The bottom, not so much. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, that's the side that was fractured. Okay. Well, it was supposed to be more the top, but it just went even. This feels secure, it feels tight, it feels really tight here, which is useless. Waste of time. Let's just leave this on for like half an hour, an hour. If I have to loosen it, I will. If I have to tighten it, I will. And then I'll mark it. I don't want to mark it now and not live in it for a bit. Yep. Oh, okay, this corset's tight. It's starting to really hurt my ribs, which is maybe what I need. It's not been hurting like this for a while. And you know, you have to think about it, that every time your ribs are hurting, it means they're getting crushed, which means you're coming in tighter. But then, this is why I broke my rib. Ooh, I might have it. I just bought this in Vegas to the outlets. This is All Saints, and it's a rock and roll ubi Japanese warrior belt. This could be the one. I'm wearing this, very rock and roll. That's what I'll wear tonight. All right, this is the look. Can you see from there? It's got a bit darker. How's that? Can you see? Decided to go for this. The only thing is, with the corset, it just makes my bottom stomach pooch out. This will do. We're on week 6. I've had a few questions build up in the comment section. I've answered most of them in the series going along. I think it was on week 4, and it was from Astrocom, and she wrote, I need my glasses. Orana plastic surgeon in Houston is discussing what he calls rib remodeling surgery, corset contour. He shows the corset he prefers, which looks to have air holes and different features that make it more comfortable on your hips and less burning feeling overall. I wonder if his office provides them. So straight away, I looked up, saw the corset that they use, found it, I ordered it, and I have it. Let's try it on. I have no idea if it fits because I've been waiting to vlog this for you guys. I got this on Amazon, and so I'll link it down below if you guys want to try it out too. I got the smaller size, which was small. I'm hoping this fits. Again, I'm in my good old surgery granny bra, protective material for the corset. Don't worry, when I did my explants a few years ago, I got a couple of these. I'm not wearing the same granny bra, the whole series. I'm not really sure if this is going to work. There's no bottom or top. Just looks kind of square. This is too big. I mean, I would love a solution for sleep, because I'll be honest, when I sleep, I do loosen the corset a little bit. I go to sleep with it fully tight, but I always wake up in pain and just rip it open a few inches in my sleep because it does wake you up. This might be going back to Amazon because I don't think this is going to be tight enough for me. This looks like the corset that they use. I can't control to come in tighter in the middle, to be looser on the top. Remember, I started at 27.5 and now I'm down to, well, I was 25 and I'm even more now, but I'm going to leave that for next week's video. I can't see that smashing my ribs together and making it mold it tighter. It's too comfortable. I'm kind of used to just being in pain, and if it's not in pain, I don't think it's working. This is, look, yeah, it's not going to mold me. But next week, I do have the bombshell corsets that I've been wearing, the old-fashioned corsets with the rods in and the string. They're really strong. Bombshell have kindly given me a code for you guys so you can order yours. But when you want to go out, you can put those corsets on and they look much better under clothes. They're really, really flattering, which definitely holds you in. This, unfortunately, is going to go back to Amazon for me, as a 25 or less inch waist is too big. But if you're bigger than a 25, and you maybe want to try it, put the link below anyway. It's free returns. But the most requested question was, of course, how much the cost. I went to Houston to see Dr. Cameron Erickson. They said it could be between $5,500 and $7,000. They charged me $5,500 on the day. You also have to include the surgery fees and the anesthesiologist fees, and that came to about $3,000 because remember, I was doing scar lift revision with the rib remodeling. So altogether was around $8,000-9,000. But just the rib remodeling on the bill, it's $5,500.
We're going to use the back camera.
That's my waist so far, 24.5 inches. Mentioned that I look like anime. New waistline, which is much smaller. It's week 7. I have a lot to update. First one is my new measurement. Yes, I've come down again. Second, my new corset. Bombshell Bunny. They finally sent me the extra small. I was actually in a medium like 2 years ago. Then I got into small when I did this procedure, and they've just sent me the extra small. This is the package. I haven't opened it. I've been waiting for you guys. I have the link below in the description. If you want to order anything from them, they've kindly given me a code for all of my viewers, and you get 10% off if you put in the name mailing in the link. Look, this is it, but it's fully tied. So you want to make sure the white label is on the top. And you swing it round. Yes. That's an extra small. That's going to do me right until the end. We're on week 7, so it's another 5 weeks. So I have to make this slightly bigger. The quality is amazing. I'm going to open this now and try and get this on because I'm going out for a date night. I haven't filmed much this week. There's 2 reasons, I'll be honest. The viewers for this procedure, it's just not there. I think this procedure is very, very new. I mean, I went in the day after he returned from doing the advanced course in Marrakesh. Yes, it's been around before, but it was more the older version where you get the scars or you get broken ribs. This one is just a slight puncture and it's scarless. This is the new procedure, and to be honest, the viewers are just not here. I got 1 or 2 comments from the girls asking me about the procedure and the doctor and certain things. But most of my comments are from guys that used to know me from Wonder Woman and my martial art movies. So I don't think they're watching the video. I think they're just commenting. If you are, please comment below. Let me know you're actually watching the video, because I've been doing this video every week and I'm actually thinking of doing it every fortnight. I'm just like not motivated. If people aren't watching, what's the point? If you like this series, let me know. If you don't, then just do what you're doing, because I might not be doing it much longer. I got much more views on my self-tape videos, on my acting videos, my martial art and my films and action movies. I got a lot more views on that. That was one reason. I haven't been filming much, and the motivation was one. And the other reason was because my boyfriend actually went for the surgery and did the replacement of his delt of his shoulder. So we've been stuck in the house for a week, and I've been in pajamas for a week and not done much. So there wasn't much to say. But we're going out today for the first time. So this corset is getting fitted to me now. I'll be wearing this later. Right, I've got to make it even bigger. Like, look how much space I have there. But then you have the flap over, so it's fine. You'll be surprised how tight you come in on these. When I went from the medium to the small, I thought I could never do it. And then the small got too big. I start from the top. Oh, wow. Here we are. In an extra small. Kind of shocked I'm in an extra small. It's on. Wow. Okay. And I have plenty. Look at that, how big, how wide that is. I have plenty of room to use this corset. I love this corset more than the other corset that my doctor gave me. This is it on the screen. Bombshell Bunny. It's worth the investment. If you're doing this procedure and you want to be able to go out and you don't want the big bulky surgical corsets, get in one of these. As I said in week 1 or 2, one of the plastic surgery places actually in LA, you come out of surgery wearing a boned corset. Then you go into an elastic corset. If anyone knows why he does that, I'm fascinated to know. Another update that I have is finally the fracture that I did when I sneezed. One of my cracked ribs actually fractured and split. That was really painful for 2 weeks. It's finally healed. 1 cracked rib is finally feeling the same as the other 5. I'm back to strong. I can move different angles and different planes. I'm so grateful that I'm not in excruciating pain anymore. Just now I have to choose what I'm going to wear tonight. I think we're going to go down the street, like literally Mastro's on Ocean, on the PCH in Malibu. It's 2 minutes down the road. I'll come back once I've chosen an outfit. Another option, what to wear over a corset. Check him out. Check my baby. I'm deciding to go for a jumpsuit. It's one of the easiest things to put on with the corset. It's been gone quickly, but it's time I come in tighter with the corset. I also have new measurements as well, which is pretty shocking, but I'm going to wait until I have more time to do that. Right now, let's just do the corset. I'm going to go in tight on the bottom. My breast lift scar revision, I don't need it tight around there, and it's painful. And it's still recovering, it's still raised and red. Keeping it tighter at the bottom on the first band and wider on the top. I'm going to do new. That's 1 centimeter in, coming in 1 centimeter tighter on the bottom band, keeping it quite loose and at an angle here, because we don't really need the tension here, it's not important, so I'm not going to get it extra tight, and it's really painful on the hips, to be honest. 1 at a time. Here's the old measurement, so let's do 1 centimeter. There. And I'm going to feel this, but it's time, because I'm not in pain anymore. And I have 6 weeks left. Progression now is going to be very minimal. I think you want to keep compression to mold them and set them in that way? I don't know. 6 weeks. How mended are your ribs at 6 weeks? That's a question for you medical guys, if you can let me know. That's 1 centimeter. This is the small corset. Remember when I measured the outer circumference on the first or second video? And it was 27.5 on the outside. Let's, for funsies, let's just see what it is now. Oof, yes, that feels good. It actually feels good when you want to come in tight. This is 25.5. on the outside. That's the outside. And that's with 3 bands covering. For my true measurement of my actual waist, and I'll film that probably tomorrow or the next day, but right now I'm gonna go off and play mahjong down the road. There's a club that we do in Malibu with all the ladies, and I've loved mahjong since I was a kid when my aunties play it in Singapore. Happy Sunday, loves. Last week was week 6, which is halfway through the 3 months of the corset after the rib remodeling. And I was going to do a body scan of all my circumferences from the Zozo fit. I've been using Zozo Fits since they sent me a package a couple of years ago before I did a film. It's a total body scan, so you see all your circumferences and you see where your body weight is and your body fat percentage. I don't really think the body fat percentage is as accurate as a DEXA scan, obviously. I just keep it for my progression, you know, whether I'm going up or down in my sizes compared to my weight. Tonka! Right, where was I? I don't consider it as accurate as a DEXA scan for body fat percentage, but I do use it as a gauge of where I was last month to this month. I used the body scan last week and it was showing that I was the same result as before surgery. And I reached out to Zozo Fit. It's because the suit wasn't clinging to my new waistline, which is much smaller. Because my measurements were drastically different, the suit I've been using for the last 2 years didn't work and wasn't showing an accurate measurement because it was stretched over my hips and it couldn't cling to my waist enough. They kindly reached out and sent me a new suit, and I'm going to be using that today to do my circumference before I go for brunch, because brunch is going to put these measurements straight off because I get bloated after I eat. So let's put the body scan on now. Let's see where I am halfway through the recovery. You use your iPhone and there's an app. This is the stand to get an accurate reading. Each time you use the same stand at the same level in the same spot. This is the new suit. Let's put this on and turn you off for a second because it's not the kind of channel. The suit is on, but excuse the weird angle. I'm trying to find a way for you to see me do the scan and also how you use the app. It's a 6 foot distance. It's really hard to do this in a room where you can see both. So this is the best place. So excuse the weird angle. Thank God I have a tripod that goes up to 7 foot. And let's get on with it. So get your phone. Go to the Zozo Fit app. Like this, press scan.
Place the phone on the stand with the screen facing away from you. We are going to use the back camera. Screen facing away from you. We are going to move 6 feet away.
Go to bed.
Face your phone.
Go to bed. Go to bed. Don't do this with a dog on your feet. Go to bed.
Please turn around and face the camera.
I'm trying to, but my Tonka's in the way. Tonka, go to bed. Go to bed. You in my spot. Okay.
Keep going. You are at a good distance. We are checking your arm pose now. Put your left hand a bit further from your body. Turn right to 1 o'clock. Turn right to 2 o'clock. Your scan has been successfully completed. You can pick up the phone now.
Excuse my mess of my room. I'm getting ready for brunch as well and I have a few things to do. That's where the phone was. They always put it in the same spot. You can either use the stand, but I've used it so much now, the app accepts the position. Just use the same spot or use the stand. Saying I have 3% body fat, which I don't know if that's true because I was still training in this one. Because my waist circumference has come in a lot, it's saying I have 3% lower body fat, but I don't know how true that is because this is me when I was training and this is me 7 weeks without training. So as I said, I prefer to do a bod pod or a DEXA scan, but I do like to have the measurements for the circumference of what my waist was, what my hips was, what my biceps are, what my quads are. I like to do that for when I'm training for comparison, but not the body fat. I don't really listen to the body fat. See, my legs have gone up. That's me not training. My hips are still the same, a tiny bit larger just because, again, I've not been going to the gym. So you can tap different parts of the body to compare where you was. Around my chest area, it's just a little bit less, but that's because my lats have deflated and all my muscles have deflated. And it's interesting, my biceps have gone smaller, nearly an inch smaller, and that's only because I haven't been to the gym, so my biceps have disappeared. I'm actually becoming skinny fat, which is not great news. 5 more weeks before I can go back to the gym and get a pump on. While I'm in this suit, why don't we do my new waist measurement? I'm 24.5. When I first come out of the corset, I'm like 24. But I'm going to say 24.5 because I've been at the corset now probably like half an hour. And this is where I'll end up. And I think the compression just holds me in for the 24. It's about an hour later from the scan and I just did a quick shower. I've actually put my bra on top of my vest. My stomach is getting very purple and bluish and red. There's a lot of trauma going on from this constant corset. And I realized that the reason I was feeling the burn at night is because of the corset being like one huge strap of elastic. It's the elastication that's actually making me burn, obviously. I slept one night with this and I didn't have the burn. I'm actually debating whether to move over to this or not. This is the Bunny Bombshell corset, and I love this corset. This is the one I wear when I go out because it just cinches me in. It makes me feel like my ribs are getting crushed, which is weirdly what I want. I want to feel this is not going to waste. It did cost me $5,500. I saw some videos recently where people in Miami are doing the rib on the surgery table, pushing them in, squeezing them in. So they're already getting 2 or 3 inches on the table. And I'm wondering, because I went to Dr. Cameron the day he got back, maybe his technique is going to get advanced and it's going to get better and better. But that didn't happen to me. I didn't get squeezed in on the table. I had to squeeze it in myself afterwards. As I said, I ended up nearly with necrosis, so I had to have nearly 1 or 2 weeks out of the corset when I first started. But he promised me that it wouldn't matter, that I could still mold them. But I don't know if that's true, or if it's just they don't want to say you've wasted your money. So far I'm down 3 inches, so I've gone from 27.5 to 24.5, sometimes 24. But when I am up for the corset, I do expand a little bit. And I saw that people, you know, after surgery, they do cinch in from all the compression and then later go bigger. So I am wondering, at the end of 3 months and I stop wearing the corset, will I just go back to what I am? I'll be interested. We shall see. Right, this is the extra small Bunny Bombshell corset. You can see here with the sun material and the sun strings, there's still some give here, like 1 or 2 inches. Usually on the other corset, on the small, I could wrap it around 3 times and it hooks onto the metal clasps here. It's not tight enough for me to do that, and there's some extra material here. I have to kind of cinch it in, and it doesn't, obviously I don't have enough for it to go around. What I've decided to do, instead of doing a big knot here, I end up doing this. I had to grab it tight on the top, really tight where the ribs are, get them crushed in, and then come around, go get some more. To there. So that's how tiny this bombshell corset gets. It's pretty insane. And it looks better on the side profile than the surgeon's corset. It's ribbed all the way around. I'm gonna go to brunch down in Malibu with the dog, and I'll take you out with me. It's beautiful outside. It's a Sunday. So look at this. I'm gonna show you. Look at that weather. It's the pool, but look at the garden. How beautiful and sunny this is. And this is November. BF mentioned that I look like anime. Look at my waist in this top and these jeans. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it looks a bit comical. You know, I think I'm actually, because this is the Bunny Bombshell corset, I think after the 3 months when I go out, I'll keep putting this on over 3 months, just trying to keep my waist trained. Has been through the rib remodeling, and why stop at 3 months? Why not keep going for like 6 months or a year? Keep training at home at least. I mean, I don't have to be wearing the corset 24/7, but when I'm home, why not wear it and keep my waist nice and tight? Just a little setup, just for me and my boyfriend. Something sweet. Skin is red raw from all the compression, but it's like my waist is disappearing. Like how? What? So red. Put on quickly to show you how I tie my corset, making sure the extra material, the flap, is all flat. Now I take the top bit to make sure my ribs are compressed. You really want to get those ribs in tight and snug. Make sure you're remolding them the way they should be. Get it in, squeezing in. Go. 1, 2. That's it, final tug. Kind of looks insane. Look how nuts that looks. Get there. And then, oh wow, I can actually do, so this is what I did on the small and medium when I was wearing them. You can get the loop to actually fit across and fit across there. I actually tied an extra lace to tie it in the middle here because it wasn't reaching, but today it's reaching. I'm going to keep the lace on in case in an hour I'm in so much pain and I can't take it. I'm going to keep that as an extra security thing and just tuck that into my jeans. This is the extra small and it closed. That's insane. I'm so shocked it fit on the hooks. I wore it like 4 or 5 days ago. The loops only came to here, so I had the extra lace to tie it to make it fit. Very surprised, but very happy. I'm going out now to a very, very exciting place. I don't know if I'm going to vlog about this, but something's happening in my life which I never thought would happen. It just shows you no matter where you've been in your life, it's never too late. but I'm doing something today that I'm so thankful for. And maybe I'll share this in the upcoming videos. Maybe not in this series, but something's happening that I just never thought would happen. I'm in a diamond store and I'm loosening my corset. It's too much. It's been about 2 hours. I give up. I submit. It has to be a little bit looser. Whew. That's why I keep that lace on, because then I can just give myself an extra inch or 2 inches.
Alright guys, sorry about that. Here is...
Okay. Hopefully this works. I've jumped on quickly. I'm not going to show you my face because I am dying of flu. I don't want to scare anyone. It's just got worse. But I've come to the realization, the reason, it only took me like 7 weeks to figure it out. The reason this bloody corset has a burning sensation is because it's one giant piece of bloody elastic. So it feels like a Chinese burn over your torso the whole time you're wearing it. And then I started to wear, you know, those cheap sweat belts, Neosporin, no, not Neosporin, that's a medication. I am full of M-bombs. The wetsuit material. I've been wearing this as a cushion to stop the elastic burning me, and it works. Girls, it only took me 7 weeks to figure it out. Please don't do what I did. I bought this years ago. That's like one piece of elastic. It's a waist trainer. Total waste of money. You'll see them on Amazon. They're like wrap around. It's supposed to cinch you in. It's just garbage. I bought this cheap waist trainer from a Chinese supermarket. I'm terrible for just buying things in case. And you know what? They come in handy. See how long? Oh, this is super long. This is longer than this one. No, it's not. It's the same actually. And it's cuter. So let's try that. I just missed the Velcro. Right, you saw me a few days ago where I just got the flu and I tried on all that ALO unboxing. Well, the flu got worse. It's super padded. Yes, I look thicker and I look a bit chubby wearing the extra padding. But to stop this elastication Chinese burn, it actually feels really, really comfy. The solution is to wear like a scuba gear belt, like one of those waist trainer cheap belts that you get in the dollar store or the Chinese supermarkets. Pad yourself with one of them and then it won't grip onto your skin. Even though I was wearing that protective cloth, even if you wear a vest, it still burns. This is the small. I still got 5 weeks to cinch in and I'm on the end. What do? Do I need to get an extra small? Actually, I'll message the doctor and I'll let you know what he says if he'll send me an extra small. If there is an extra small. He only mentioned medium and small and this is the small and I'm at the end. But I'm not even like that small. Am I that small? I can't be an extra small. I haven't been an extra small since I was an infant. Alright, that's a quick update. I'm gonna go back on the sofa and take a lemsip right now. My head's banging. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. Wow. How gorgeous it is. Right, Tonka? Tonka agrees, it's gorgeous. The ocean. This is November in LA, guys. This is why I ended up here. He's just an old man. Love bless.
That's one.
Hi loves, I think I forgot to do an intro and I think I forgot to do an intro for the last few videos, but this is the start of week 9 of the Rib Remodeling series. We are nearly there, we have 3 weeks left. Thanksgiving was Thursday and today's Saturday. I have so much to update you on. I wanted to wait because one, I have the new corset in extra small, the same corset that Dr. Erickson uses. They're in Houston at Premier Surgical Arts. He gave me the link to buy it myself on Amazon and I have it for you girls. It's going to be in a link in the description. I wasn't going to film and open it on Thanksgiving Day because I plan to eat a lot. There's no way I'm going to wear an extra small for Thanksgiving dinner for the first day. And yesterday I was so bloated from the extra food. Today I'm still a bit bloated. You okay? Oh my god, no way! This is what I'm working with. They chop the top body and the bottom body and put it together. It just looks weird. It's Saturday morning and we're going to go down to Century City in Beverly Hills. I'm wearing the surgeon's corset. Usually I always wear the bombshell bunny fit corset when I go out, but I'm going to go to an event tonight and I'll be wearing it then. So I don't want to be wearing it all day. This feels comfortable right now. I'm on the last setting of the small. Probably have to go down to an extra small if they do such a thing. I'll message the doctor and find out for you guys. Quickly getting ready. We're going out to a big party on Rodeo Drive. Flu update. Much better. It's just all here now. Have this dress on. Obviously not going to wear the socks. That's the dress. And I was going to wear this. Sorry, my carpet and everything's a mess because my dog has been playing football in my wardrobe as usual. So art gallery, and I think it's going to be half inside, half outside. And it's a new dress with a big bow on the back, very Christmassy, and I like it, but I'm just thinking it's going to be too damn cold and I'm going to end up wearing my coat all night. So I think I'm going to save this dress, keep the socks on, put the corset on. Let me put the light on for you guys. Sorry, the place is a mess because we've been out all day in Beverly Hills. And now we're going back to Beverly Hills. This is the only bad thing about living in Malibu is that we were just in Beverly Hills. It takes us an hour to go home, to get ready, an hour out again. Oh yeah, so I tried a new makeup look and my boyfriend said it's too heavy. So... yeah, I don't like it either. I saw it on Instagram about using like a brown, like cocoa, coffee bean, brown eyeshadow stick. I'm not the best at makeup. And yeah, ignore my lips, I haven't finished them. I like the dress, but it's probably going to be wasted for tonight. So let's put on a suit. I'm going to put on like a tuxedo suit or something. Very fancy night. Haven't done my nails. I'll be the only girl on the red carpet. I don't blow dry hair and I don't do my nails. So I'll definitely stand out for a reason. Maybe not a good one. I'm back and this is what I'm going with. Kind of look the same as usual. Pant, got the corset on, got a little waistcoat over it, and if I end up taking my jacket off, if we end up going to Steak 48 or something like that, and I want to take my jacket off, I don't think it looks too crazy. That's it in the front, just boring black suit, tuxedo. Everyone's going to be in a fancy sequins dress. It's Beverly Hills, red carpet, so I'm going to go in a tuxedo because it's too cold. It's November in LA and today was a cold one. There was fog all over, marine layer all over Malibu. And I'm going to be nice and warm, but also smart for my friend Sir Daniel Wynn's art gallery. I'm going to be smart for him, but also nice and comfy and warm and kind of badass. And my hair's in a ponytail. If you ever haven't noticed, I don't know how to do hair. Never owned a hairdryer, hair straighteners, anything. We're gonna pop downstairs and get a glass of champagne because there's no champagne in there, it's just wine. I'm not a wine drinker. Let's go to the Beverly Wilshire. This hotel, Pretty Woman, it's the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. Just a normal night in LA. Try not to slip because it's a bit wet. Like the outfit? This is the Thanksgiving outfit. I wasn't gonna wear the corset because I really want to eat a lot today, but then you know what I did? I put it on, I'm wearing it tight now, then when I eat, I'm gonna loosen it. It is Thanksgiving. I know I'm supposed to wear a corset solid for 3 months, but just for a few hours while I eat, I'm gonna loosen it. We're going to Beverly Hills for Thanksgiving. My good friend Sue, world champion ping pong player. She's hosting this year. She always comes to us. Last year, she came to us for Christmas and Thanksgiving. She's hosting and we're very excited. Aren't we, Tonka? She's allowing Tonka to join us.
Very excited.
Tonka's very excited.
Very excited.
Very excited. I have a ball in my handbag and we're good to go. We're going to have a great day. Look at this. Santa Monica baby bear. I realised my camera is very, very shaky. It's a Sony ZV-E10, it's not very good with stabilization. So I'm going to buy a DJI Pocket 3. My vlogs will improve greatly. Tonka, where's your ball? Happy Thanksgiving. Beautiful LA. Last week when I had the brain fart about the Chinese burn you get with a constant elastication burn around your waist, and it keeps you up at night, and it really stings after a while, especially when you sleep for some reason. Well, the brain thought was that the neoprene, these cheap belts that you can get in like Ross or $99 store, 99-cent store. It's not $99, it defeats the purpose. You know what I'm talking about. You get these cheap belts in those kind of places. Well, I had this one, but because it's so long, we're going to cut this. This is what you should do, girls, because you don't really want to double back on yourself with padding. You're going to end up looking like Danny DeVito as a penguin. But I'm going to trim this down, make it a bit more tighter, and then we're going to put on the new corset that I've got from Amazon. Right, let's get down. Sorry, Tonka, we're in your way. This is the one I've been wearing, but even that's a bit big, so I'm just going to go an inch shorter than what that one is. I have that much extra. I could actually trim it again if I wanted to. We're going to go up again because we're trying on the new corset. Oh, I do love this tripod. This is my tripod, if I want to say. I love it. It's one of the best things I bought on Amazon. It's the Ulanzi and it goes up to 7 foot. There's a link in my description for this tripod. I have a category for my studio setup, and this tripod is so worth it. So yeah, I went from a medium to a small, and now I'm in an extra small. And when I asked for the small from Dr. Erickson, it took like 3 weeks for the office to send it to me. So when I asked for the extra small, he said, hey, I'm just going to send you a link. It's going to be quicker. And it's on Amazon. So you girls, I'm going to put it in the link in the description below. Yes, this one I got in a funky colour. My medium and my small was in black. And this is extra small. And it was like $5 cheaper to get it in this colour. And I kind of like it. Like, no one sees the corset anyway. And it's also, you don't have to keep, you know, when I took my corset off, I'm not getting it mixed up with the small and the medium. I know this is the extra small. If you can tell, I'm a girl that likes an animal print anyway. Wow. This actually feels a little bit different than my other corset. It actually feels a bit smoother. The black feels like one big elastic band, and this feels like there's less grooves to catch your skin in it. Girls, we might be onto something here. This might burn less. It actually feels like the neoprene. Now look, see? This is like pieces of elastic, so it grips your skin and it makes your skin burn. This is smoother. And this piping, these rods are straight on the small and the medium. So it kind of makes you look like very blocky and penguin-ish on the side. So it makes it look very wide on the side because this is totally straight. This one, I don't know if this is the extra small or because I got the pink leopard skin. This comes down in a V. So you get snatched. And the material's better. And this was $5 cheaper. Okay, I'm excited. I wish I got this in month 1. It all comes in nice and tight. At the bottom there, look at it. We start on the top bend. Let's get you more to my waist so you can see this. Again, this is a tripod, that's amazing. You might not even need this with this corset. Yeah, you can still, it's still elasticated a bit. You can see when it spreads out, but nothing like the black ones. Oh, God. Wow. It's not as harsh. It kind of dips in a bit because of the darts are in a V. It's not as blockish as the black one, where you just straight up. And I have the neoprene extra padding underneath this. I'm just full of tips today. Third tip I'm going to tell you. These pants, I got these before this procedure. The waist is too big. So you know what you do? Get a shoelace, go into the band, tie the shoelace, make it nice and tight, gather the waistband around. And look, even though that's too big, get that shoelace that you threaded through. If you want me to show you how I make my waistband smaller on all my pants, leave me a comment and I'll make it on my next video. And I'll demonstrate on another pair of jeans or another pair of pants how I use a shoelace to make the waistband in small. Without going to an alters for all your pants, probably need like 30 pants altered. But I'm going to do this instead and save some money. But look, makes it all nice and tight on my waist. I even have to go in tighter. It's incredible. A year later, you've gone a bit tubby. You can put those pants back on again by undoing the lace. Oh, look at my scary, scary dog. Oh, wow. Are you scary? Are you scary? Yes. You're just a baby. going to get dressed and we're going to go out. It's Saturday and we're going to go for pedicures. Let me get an outfit together and I'll come back. Found an outfit to go and do pedicures. Beautiful day. The weather outside, the mountains. Such a gorgeous day. Too cold to be in the pool though. Out to have some fun and I'll take you along with me.
Hey, guitar shorty, where are you going?
Trying to see how we can get into a blank space. Looking crazy. Hi loves. I just wanted to say thank you for all the support and comments you left for me last week for me to keep going in this series. It really helped and I really appreciate it. Okay, you're proud of me? I remembered to do an intro for week 10 for the Rib Remodeling series. And today I'm wearing the surgeon's small corset. I've been in the extra small, the pink leopard skin. I've been in that all week, but I'm just going in the small today. I just feel like I want something different. For this week, we're doing a little trip to Vegas for my boyfriend's best friend's birthday. I'll probably travel to Vegas with my Bombshell Bunny Fit corset for going out. We'll take the extra small surgeon corset that I got from Amazon with me for nighttime and sleeping and getting ready. So we're leaving the corset. Somehow, I'm gonna have to wear the corset, and you can see a bit of the corset because the polo top is backless. It's the best top that goes with those pants. It's a corset night, and the world's gonna see my corset. But thankfully, Fit Bunny do a bloody lovely corset, so I'm not too fussed. Now that my tan is probably buffed with this onesie, take this off, put all my corset on and my material for my stomach, get changed to my airport outfit, and I'll be back. Oh my god. Is this the third time I've come to Vegas in like 2 months?
Who complains about coming to Vegas?
Me. But today is Saturday the 14th of December. Less than 2 weeks officially out from the Rib Remodeling corset life. It's less than 2 weeks to finish line. There's so many tips that I've wanted to tell you as I've been going along. And for the next couple of videos, I'm going to give as much information as possible. And there's so much we need to discuss now that I'm coming to the end. Does Rib Remodeling work? Because I went from 27.5 waist and I went down to 24. I did go down to 24. I didn't document it because I was like, oh, I'll document it tomorrow when I've got more time. And then the next day I was 24.5. So then I've been waiting to go down to 24 again. And sometimes I touch it, but it's never been the right time to film. Just took the corset off. That's why I'm red, raw and sore. But look, I'm 24. Same day. 25 in the morning, 24 with the compression on. It just fluctuates. I'll be back to 25. So what's the real deal? Have I gone down or not? Times where I've come out of the shower, got ready, and I haven't worn a corset, I've noticed I've expanded. I'm thinking, am I truly at the waist measurement I think I am, or is it just the compression? I know that compression can really snatch you, so I'm hoping it's actually the bones that have been molded and not just the compression that's happening with my decreased waist measurements. So what I've decided to do is after the 3 months is up, I'm going to still keep carrying on vlogging. If life without a corset is still snatched, or is it just a gimmick? Because I have seen myself fluctuate and I'm hoping at the 3 month mark, which is only 2 weeks away, that I'll kind of stabilize. Let's see where I am today because I've been out of the corset for an hour and I want to start to document true results. I'm at 25. It's like just touching 25. And I was at 24. So I am going to do a few videos at the end of the series about my measurements after the corset life. I'm going to document myself going back to the gym and slowly progressing back to superhero shape. I've lost a lot of muscle. I'm kind of skinny fat right now. But yes, I'm at 25 today. And I was at 24. So that really pisses me off. But pants are too big. These are a medium. I used to be a medium, but now I'm a small. If the legs are wide, that is. Quickly going to make this tighter on my waistband. What I used to do, I used to put shoelace through here and a shoelace through here and then tie it together. It made a scrunch in the front. You don't want to do that. Ideally, what you want to do is see where the side seams are and the front. I'll go in the middle. Small pair of nail scissors. Please don't rush the way I am. I am like really late. You want a safety pin that's really strong, a sturdy one, not one that's going to keep opening. Because last thing you need is to put it through the hem and it opens up and the pin is sticking out. Because then you've got to start again and you have to get a pin closed again inside a hem. It's a mess. Make sure it's a strong one. Make sure it's quite a big one so you can thread it through and feel it. But if it's too small, you're going to be there forever. I have a bag of laces, hems and ribbons because I have a sewing machine and I make a lot of my own stuff and alter a lot of my own stuff. I have one that's already ready, so I'm going to use that because I am ready. So that's a pin on a shoelace. That's the waistband. I did a little nip. Make sure you only do it on the inside. Don't make a nip on the double layers. Don't make that mistake. Alright, thread it through and then thread it through. Keep threading. Keep threading. I will do another video with the angles a lot better, but I have 5 minutes before I need to get out of here. So yeah, keep threading it through. This is a lot easier because it's a pair of pants. When you have jeans that are thick, it's going to take a while, but thankfully, this is what I'm going to wear today, and it's easy. Yes, I'm still on the corset. I still have about 2 weeks to go. We've come to the other side. I'm going to nip a little hole here. I'm just doing where the zip is to the side seam here. I'm doing it in the middle. I find that if I do a drawstring in the middle, your stomach is all bunched up. And we all want our bellies flat, right, ladies? I found doing it like this, it makes the pants more flat against your stomach. Thread it through, pull the pin out, get the shoelace, make sure the shoelace is on the other side, and you have enough room. All right, let's get these on, and I'll show you what I did. You can see how big they are. Too big. I'm going to tie a knot here and a knot here. Take the safety pin out, make the knots quite big. You know, you want the heads quite big so they don't get re-threaded into the hem and you lose the whole drawstring. Kind of big like that. Just pull it and that's it. The surgical famous bra that I'm wearing in every video, I'm still wearing it underneath another bra. 6 weeks out, you can come out with your surgical bra once your breast lift scars have healed. But when I started to wear a normal bra like this, the scar tape, which I find is much more effective than just scar cream, the silicone scar tape would be all unraveled, scrunched up and not compressed to my skin because on the wires, the strap. Found that if I wear the surgical bra first on the tape, it keeps it all flat, keeps it in place, and then I put another bra on top. Yes, it's been 2.5 months, but I am really diligent about not having crazy scars like I did have. This is why I wear 2 bras the last few weeks. So I've told you about the bra, I've told you about the compression. There's another thing that I had on my list to discuss with you guys. When I've edited these videos, I've noticed that my breaths are really short and I'm in between sentences, I'm sucking in breath, and it was really annoying when I was editing, so I'm sure it's annoying for you guys to watch. Living in a corset, you end up compensating breathing for talking, so it's one or the other, and that's why you will find yourself taking short, shallow breaths, and that's why you need the spirometer, the equipment I was given in week 1 and 2. That's why you need to keep that up, because you want to make sure you maintain your lung capacity. A few people worry about sneezing after I broke my rib, and that was like week 6, so then it was Halloween, so around week 8, I would say your bones are more or less mended. You're wearing the corset to maintain and stabilize where they are. I don't think I'm still going to be gaining much results in less size right now because I'm sure my bones are set. It's been 10 weeks, but I think that they want you to wear the corset for 3 months. You don't come out of it too early, and there's no dangers of breaking your bones. I would say after 8 weeks, like I did. This is the bunny fit corset. It's Saturday, so we're going to go out. See, there's times I've worn this corset and I've placed it on the hooks because I was small enough, and today I'm not. I weigh the same and I'm not in a period. When things like this happen, it really makes you feel, what is the point in spending all that money living a corset life and then the results don't last or they fluctuate? It is frustrating. I'm going in really tight and then I'll loosen it as it gets unbearable. I was wearing this yesterday. I'm out of breath already. Corset life. I can't wait for this to be over, I'll be honest as well. But anyway, I was wearing this yesterday and I had to undo it. After about 4 hours, it was just a matter of get it off me right now. I was in the car, I was in a shop. I couldn't even wait till I got home. It got to such a painful point. You endure, you endure, you endure. And then, all right, I submit, tap out. Why did I do it up before I put it on? Not thinking. It must be the lack of oxygen to my brain. But this is another jumpsuit. Jumpsuits are the way to go with this corset life. And this one actually has the sides cut out in the middle. And I'm just trying it on to see if it looks insane with the corset on the sides. Actually, it looks fine. It looks like it's part of the suit. This is the jumpsuit, and because it has cutouts here, I couldn't thread a drawstring all the way through this waistband. Obviously, the pants were very long. Me always altering my clothes anyway. I just raw cut the edges, and I had the hems of the jeans. Genius as I am, I ended up threading one of the hems and the loops on the back here so it gathers this jumpsuit, because this jumpsuit was out here, it was huge, so I've gathered it here to make it tighter on the waist because obviously there's no material for me to do it with these cutouts. And I did that there, and it makes it all scrunched up in the back. It makes me look more snatched than what it would have without the piece of the hem of the pants, scrunching it and tying it all back. I just sewed it together to kind of snatch it in a bit more. Kind of needs a bit more snatching. Perfume makes me sneeze. Be careful. If you sneeze when you put perfume on, any setting spray, perfume, I'm not allergic to it, but when I do spray it, it does make me sneeze. This is why I'm not breathing through my nose right now. Okay, see? I wasn't breathing through my nose. And I was breathing through my mouth and it made me cough. So there's something in these sprays that makes me cough or sneeze. And that's what you have to be careful with when you have broken ribs. That's how I broke my rib. So if you're the same, I was in Vegas and I put perfume on so much in a rush to get out because my boyfriend was like, come on, we gotta go, we gotta go. I didn't grab a cushion. I didn't grab my stomach. I just sneezed, do something else and pop, bang, my rib broke and I fell to the floor. That's the only thing. If you have caution on, if you have allergies, if you're sensitive to sneezing or coughing when you spray stuff, that's when you've got to be aware, because it happened to me. And thankfully, I just had the flu just 2 weeks ago, the 8-week mark, coughing and sneezing so much. It's a really horrendous flu that's going around right now. It's really heavy on your chest. But thankfully, I had it at the 8-week mark. Well, there's always a silver lining. If I'm going to have flu, have it at 8 weeks and don't have it at week 4. Because if you're coughing when you've got broken ribs, I pray for you, because I sneezed once and broke a rib. Now, if you've got the flu and you're coughing or sneezing, oh wow, is that smoke or a cloud? That looks scary to me. As I was just saying, we're in the Malibu and we look safe, but I'm going to show you what I can see. Okay, see that cloud above, that grey cloud? It's scary when you see things like that in Malibu when there's a fire on. I've crashed in there. Yes I have. I've got pneumonia. Merry Christmas Day from North Dakota. It's a beautiful white Christmas for me. It's my first in 3 decades that I've had a white Christmas, growing up in Tenerife and Singapore and then LA. So North Dakota is a nice little change, here with the boyfriend's family, celebrating the holidays. So beautiful to be here. Now we're coming to the end of the 12-week series of the rib remodeling. I'll be going on to getting back to strong, getting ripped again, building up my muscle, leaving the skinny fat behind and eating my protein, getting my supplements in. So hopefully you follow along for that. I'll show you how to train after surgery, especially after having 6 cracked ribs. Things you can do and what things you can't do, especially like heavy deadlifts or squats. You don't want to be putting that kind of pressure on your rib cage, I'd say, for another 3 months. But we can definitely work out, just not too heavy load-bearing exercises. Some things have transpired with the rib remodeling, but I do have the 3 months post-op consultation with Dr. Erickson next week, so I have a lot of questions because I'm kind of shocked of where my results are. Anyway, from now, thank you so much for checking in. I hope you had an amazing time with your loved ones in this holiday season. I'm going to go back inside because I still have pneumonia, and actually, as I walk inside, I'm going to tell you about that. As the 12-week course at life is finally over, I went downstairs and decided to make the garage into my home gym, getting strong and slowly using my body before I go to Gold's and hit it heavy in a couple of weeks. I was feeling extremely rough, and the next day my boyfriend insisted I go to urgent care. Coming out of urgent care, yeah, I got pneumonia. This 12 weeks corset life, it ends with the pneumonia, and apparently it's because of the corset. This is all new. This is what I wanted to learn. So when I got the flu and I wasn't taking deep enough breaths because I was wearing the corset, apparently it can cause pneumonia because the flu's staying there. Your lungs are not. I don't know if you can hear me right now with the mask and the traffic. I'll tell you more when I get in the car. I've crashed and burned. Yes I have. 12 weeks, I'm finishing off with pneumonia. It's great. Yeah, I know, baby, I'm not well. Let's have a look. How did I get it? So the flu I had before Thanksgiving a month ago, it went away, but it was all on my chest. Flu update. Much better. It's just all here now. And apparently because it's sitting on my chest and I'm not taking deep breaths, I'm only taking short, shallow breaths because of the corset, it caused pneumonia. So I'm going to pick up these antibiotics that are going to knock it out, thankfully. It's the walking pneumonia. It's not there's 2 pneumonias going around, and there's one where it floors you and it's really bad and it damages your lungs. Thankfully I just have the walking pneumonia, it's called. I should be okay by Christmas Day. It's not contagious. He said once you have the bacteria, it's not contagious. I don't know what that means, but like, I think when you first come, you can get it, but once it turns, you can get the flu, but then once it turns to pneumonia or pneumonia, I keep saying pneumonia, it's pneumonia. Once it turns to pneumonia, that's when it's not contagious. So I'm gonna go and get these medications right now. I said to him, should I keep using the spirometer, the apparatus I told you guys about? He said absolutely. Have hot showers, and with the steam release all the mucus, and they said within 5 days with these antibiotics I should be good. Oh, and it's giving me an inhaler. I've never used an inhaler before, but yeah, apparently it's giving me an inhaler to open up my lungs. Prescribed antibiotics really strong, 2 on the first day and then 1 a day, and also to open my lungs, an inhaler. that'll be an experience. But I'll document this, girls, and I will show you what not to do, and then hopefully you won't do the mistakes I've done, because so far I've done quite a few mistakes. Broken rib, pneumonia. It's a bloody like, it's a really easy surgery. It's like 20 minutes apparently. You don't really, you got sore ribs, that's it, but it's nothing like the All right, we're rushing. It is December 22nd, and we're going to North Dakota for Christmas. I've been 2 days on the sofa with pneumonia. There's a lot for me to catch you up on, guys. I really want to just show you something. And because I have pneumonia, the doctor said the corset was impeding my lungs, and hence why I got pneumonia. Long story, we'll go into it. I'll probably do it when I go to the airport and I'm waiting for transfer, because right now we've got to get out. But I want to show you something. He told me to take a break from the corset because I'm not breathing well and my lungs need to get stronger. I want to show you something, which this is my stomach. One day without the corset. Yes, I look like a hot dog. And it's really pissed me off. I'm 27 inches. I started at 27.5. And when I came out of compression for one full day, 24 hours, I'm 27. So it was the compression. So I'm not happy. We'll go into it. I'm going to run to the airport. I'll tell you why I'm sick. I'll tell you what happened. But this sucks the way that this is ending at week 12. And I'll have to push the questions for next week. And I'll do like a 3-month Q&A. That's what I'll do. But week 12, we need to document this because this is news to me. Girls, you've been asking for this and we're going to do it. I'm going to give you a new updated video on the rib remodeling. Hi, I was the first patient in the rib remodeling, now named rib ex-scar surgery with Dr. Erickson back in September. In the last 6 months, I've had hundreds of comments from you awesome people. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for following along. All asking for an update on my results and would I recommend the surgery. So on this video, I will address the real recovery and what I wouldn't recommend with the surgery. How to get in and out of a car. I actually didn't put that in my 12-week vlog, so I'm going to film that today after Kung Fu. Now I'm back, and big news. I wrote a guide. When I did the rib remodeling, there was not one video, hence why I did the vlog. And then I've got hundreds of comments of girls asking me all the tips and tricks. Training afterwards. How to not break a rib like me at week 5. How to not get pneumonia like me on week 11, 12. All these things are in the guide. How to build a fortress so you can sleep. How to elevate. And then more importantly, how to get out of the bed once you're in it. You cannot bend or twist your core. What to eat so you don't bloat on the sodium. Because you don't want to blow up in a corset. Because you can't take the corset off and you can't release it because otherwise you're not going to have the results that you want. How to avoid muscle loss. My protein intake to keep all my muscle. I've been training for 30 years, competed in IFBB. I've been a superhero in many movies, even Wonder Woman. I just didn't want to get skinny fat, or I didn't want to put on weight and then I didn't fit into the corset and get the result. I put it all in the guide. I've been doing it the last few weeks, hence why I've not vlogged in a few weeks, and it's ready. So if you go down to the description, the link is there. These are all things that I use personally, and I am not a medical practitioner. It's just a personal journey of what I went through, and hopefully it will help you peeps. It's the same thing. You get out, hold on to the handle, pick your legs up. I hope you're doing your planks because you need a strong core for these corset lives. Pick up your legs, swivel round, face your knees. I'm a personal trainer, so I'm all about dynamics and the gait and movement of body. Face your knees all the time. Last thing you want to do, again, is go like this. Put your knees out and your body go there because you're just going to hurt yourself and it's going to be really painful. So face your knees, come that way, come straight. Now you're straight. You don't want to bend too much or anything. You want to hold your core tight and just get out of the car and be straight. So you don't want to be doing these movements when you're in a corset and you've got 6 crack ribs. Everything is like frontal plane. Move like a robot. That's what you're like. And you like that to the end. I found out after 10 weeks, even though your bones are mended, you're still crushing your rib cage in a corset. So it's very vulnerable, it's very, very fragile. If you go too extreme on a movement while you're under pressure, you can crack it anyway, even if they're nearly mended. That's how you get in and out of a car. Hopefully you don't have a tall, big Jeep with massive wheels like me, and you have a normal, nice car. Gonna go back home, gonna edit this video, finish off the guide and post it. Any comments that I have missed out on how to do the corset life, please let me know. Hope you enjoyed these tips. Thank you, Tonka. Thank you for assisting me. I actually did my own first ebook. Yes! It has a meal plan. I am a certified nutritionalist and personal trainer. Back in the day before I became a superhero and actor in LA, why so many of you have been commenting because I just went quiet. My house burnt down in the LA fires, and me and my fiance, we lost everything we owned. We ended up being homeless for 11 weeks. So my head was in a spin, and then I started to document the homeless life. All right, quickly jumping back on here because the file was corrupted. So let's get on with it. What is my result? I got no result. You saw what I went through. I compressed so much that I broke my own rib. I got sick. I got pneumonia because it was shallow breathing. I couldn't sleep. I do want to state that I gave the surgery 110%. I compressed so much. I went from 27.5 to 24.5. That's 3 inches in 3 months. Starting from a medium corset from Dr. Erickson, going down to a small and finishing in an extra small. I did everything I was supposed to do. I couldn't have done any more compression. I tried so hard. I'm an athlete, I've competed. So once I do something, I commit to something, I give it 110%. Same with the Rib Remodeling Recovery. I gave it 110%. There's nothing more I could have done. Am I upset? Very. Am I sad? Yes. Frustrated? Even more so. Erickson totally understands, and he said that he would like to do it again at no cost. Well, the surgery company will charge for the anesthesia. I don't know how much. Let's see. I'll let you know. I don't want to have to go through this, but really it's my fiance. He hated it. He hated seeing me like that. Just how weak I was, the not training. He loves it when I train. He loves it when I'm strong and active and fierce. It's not that you're injured, because I can deal with injury. It's when you're bound and you cannot move and you're just like shuffling around like a penguin. He didn't like that because I'm living a low life. He's also living a low key life, and he's just over it. What's the reasons I got no result? Well, the biggest one was not waking up in the corset. That was a major blow for me to find that out. And if I'd known that they hadn't had any corsets in stock because he just flew in that morning from doing the course in Marrakesh, I wouldn't have gone through the surgery. I would have said, obviously, I'll wait. It's corset contouring surgery, and if you have no corset, it's gonna hinder the result. So I had no idea until I woke up, had no corset for 2 to 3 days. Another reason why I didn't have the result is because I got near necrosis because I did it with a lift. The wounds were compromised from healing because the oxygen and the blood flow couldn't get to heal the skin from the corset. So I had to take the corset off and go into an oxygen chamber for 2 hours a day, which was a lot of added money as well. So now I don't recommend combining surgeries. I think lipo surgery is a win-win because you have to compress anyway. But with a incision surgery, do not do it. It's not just the money, it's the pain, utter discomfort of 3 months of not sleeping. You don't want to risk the result of being no result like me. You saw from my vlogs, I gave it 110%. So if I couldn't do it and didn't get a result, when I didn't cheat 1 day, not 1 hour, then no one's gonna do it. I'm sorry. And that was just my personal journey. My guide is how I dealt with the pain and how much compression. I mean, to realize that my rib cage had not gone in and I still got in 3 inches is kind of shocking to me. That's how determined I was, even though my ribs had already been set in the first few weeks. That's important. Make sure that the ribs are set within the first few weeks. That's the do or die time. Don't slack. You know, even though it's cheaper to go before the doctors had experience, if you get a 0 result like me, it's just a waste of money and a waste of time. It is always worth going to someone who's actually practiced this surgery and is well experienced in getting the results that we all desire. Hope you like the new studio. My old studio, yes, burned, and it just kills me to think of all of those wonderful clothes and things and items that I collected all of my travels in the years. I have a few designers. I lost some Chanel's and a lot of bags, a lot of shoes, all my shoes in the fire. But I'm more into unique pieces and things you can't get, like my Bruce Lee belt with the moon blade and the hook knife. That was a collector's item that you could not buy these days. It was pure brass, dragons on, just things like that. Like I got that in Hong Kong like 25 years ago. I'm really sad for all the memories and everything that I lost. You know, starting fresh, this is the new place in the new house. Thankfully, James Gunn sent me the chair again for Mongal. So I have that. Sideshow sent me Wonder Woman because I was in Suicide Squad and in Wonder Woman. Oh, that's from Scorpion King. I did grab that in the fire just because it's made to my body and it's Halloween forever. I'm back now. I have the guide in my store. I plan to do a few of these videos to help you girls, starting with a Q&A. If you can leave me a comment down below and I'll address that in the next video if I have enough questions. So keep the comments coming and let me know your thoughts, and thank you so much. Until next time. But right now we're off to Kung Fu. I've not been to Kung Fu since my house burned down. Yes, I was in Kung Fu on the day and I haven't been there since. There's a little bit of a trauma bond kind of thing going on, but I've got to face it because I've got a film next month. Well, if you made it this far, thank you so much. It was 12 weeks compressed into one. By the way, I'm in Tenerife, Canary Islands, meeting my family. Let's talk my results. You can see that I tried my best. I did all of the fundamentals of what you're supposed to do. And I worked really hard to get the best result. My waist was 27.5 the day of my surgery. Now 2 years later, my waist is 27.5. I got 0 results. Wasted 3 months of my life, was in a lot of pain, broke my rib, got pneumonia, and wasted $6,000. I was one of the first patients to do this with Dr. Erickson, even though I was told by the office that he's done at least 50 before me. And it turned out it wasn't, because he just came back from the course the night before. They didn't have a corset for me. Just a total waste of money. Dr. Erickson did say he would see if I could use the money towards something else. The week I came out of the corset, my house burned down in the LA fires. And when I did come back, they said, no, you can't get your money back. You can't do another procedure. You could only do rib remodeling again. Why would I do that? I did everything. You can see I have evidence I did everything and then get 0 result. I hardly slept with torture for 3 months. I had Chinese burns on my skin from the compression of the corset. I went smaller and smaller. I invested in so many corsets. Sadly, they all burned. I don't think I could go through another 3 months of corset life. It's not just the pain, getting 0 results. I see mixed reports. I see people losing 6 inches, but that's when they first come out of the corset. What's it like 3 months later? Is it 3 inches? Is it 6? Is it 0? It's really heartbreaking. I think it's 3 months of your life. Just be aware, if it doesn't work, you don't get your money back. And if you made it this far, consider subscribing.
Mongal.